You're listening to The D-Line.
The following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
Disruption Network and First Source Federal Credit Union have teamed up to help support the Central New York Veterans Outreach Center, Sunday, April 28th from noon till 4 p.m. Located at the Veterans Outreach Center, 726 Washington Street in Utica. There will be food, live entertainment, raffles, live podcasting from the D, and an appearance by Audie from the Utica Comets. We are looking for donations of clothes, non-perishable food items, furniture, toiletries, hygiene products, or a minimal cash donation of $5 at the door day of event. All ages are welcome. For more information on donation, drop-off locations, and entertainment lineup, please check out DisruptionNetwork.net. Disrupting Hunger, Sunday, April 28th, brought to you by First Source Federal Credit Union.
Tax season is here, and First Source wants to help you be prepared. Our friends at Furley, Moran, Freer, and ESA have given us some great tax tips to share. Read the blog at fsource.org for helpful answers to your tax questions and feel better prepared before you file. First Source members can also receive a discount on TurboTax software. Be ready for tax season with help from your friends. File smarter, live smarter with First Source. Membership requirements apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
The Baseline is back with all new episodes every Sunday night at 8 p.m. right here on Disruption Network. The complete rundown of news and notes around Major League Baseball. Get caught up with fantasy rankings, predictions, league leaders, standings, and more. Join JP and SPG as they bring you original segments like 3 Up, 3 Down, the Haps on the Haps, Tip of the Cap, and the Field Report.
Don't find yourself out of the Baseline.
Join the Baseline every Sunday night, all season long, only on the D.
Hey, it's Cassidy, and you're listening to Disruption Network.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome, or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish, and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
The Disruption Network is making moves. For upcoming events, news, interviews, and new daily programming, keep in the loop with us at DisruptionNetwork.net. Like, follow, and subscribe to all our social media. And check out all our podcasts on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Get up on the D, DisruptionNetwork.net.
All right, listen up, everybody. This is former Governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're listening to the D-Line, only on Disruption Networks. That's the D. Do it now.
Welcome to the D-Line.
Illegal contact, number 51, Zenkutsu elbow thrust to the up back, Orimawatsu roundhouse lunge kick to the quarterback, Takatami insword block to the, shoot, never mind, 15 yards, first down.
live football podcast on the Disruption Network.
You just got the feeling that he smelled the 8-hole and then got it in the end zone.
You find out life's this game of inches. So is football.
And now, here's your hosts, Chicken, Caleb, and Sil.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the D-Line. Hopefully I got all the mics up right.
Hello.
We got a full house tonight. I shut yours off on purpose.
Packed house tonight, Chicken.
Mine's working. Oh, yeah.
Wow, Chicken. Way to go, buddy.
Wow, and they got all the names up there. Why I can't take credit for that. Todd's trying to help me out there.
You know, Todd's always there
Thanks,
for us.
Todd.
So. Yeah, Todd's always
like a good neighbor. Todd's always there.
Yeah,
good man.
And he just shut down OBS. He said, "Screw you, I'm out of here." So today's the day, guys. You know, we're
the draft.
Day.
This is it. This is when history's made.
This is what all offseason has built up to be.
Yeah, man. I mean, we got through a pretty wild free agency period, and now we're on to the NFL draft.
No more Max Unger.
Chicken, you're still caught up on that one roster move from this year.
Not just him, me too.
That
hit hard. That hit hard.
From both of you guys. You guys were pretty torn up about Max Unger, but hey, maybe the new Max Unger could find him tonight. So
you know what didn't hit hard? Anybody in the Jets defense.
Right. Here we go. All right.
First bell. Oops, sorry.
Here we go. But I'll tell you something. To bring it back to a little draft talk. We're in control tonight. The Jets are sitting pretty tonight. I think the first two picks, if you ask me right now, and we'll get into that in a second. I think the first two picks are pretty solidified, and the Jets are going to be able. The Jets are going to be able to open up a can here at pick 3. I think it's going to be a lot of moving and shaking for my boys tonight.
I do not see. I don't know. You know what? It's not that I don't see. I just don't buy that Kyler Murray's going to Arizona. I just don't. I don't buy it. It's my own opinion. Yep. It is what it is. Probably worth a bag of shit.
I think that's what's on everybody's mind. So we were talking about it earlier. You have a pretty good defense as to why you think that. So go ahead.
Well, I just fucking GMs are. They're stubborn. And you know what? He's not going to give up on a guy who he didn't build an O-line around.
Exactly.
He was running for his fucking life last year. He's not going to give up on Rosen.
Right.
He's not going to do it. Now, could he draft Kyler Murray? Yes. But is he going to trade him? No.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. Like, if Arizona doesn't, and they stick with Rosen, right? Let's say, hypothetically, they stick with Rosen. Who's making that trade for him? Because now I'm looking at, like, you got Oakland, Tampa, Giants, even the Jaguars. I mean, those are teams that could still use a nice young quarterback. No,
Jaguars are fine now. Giants, yes.
Yeah, but
Bucks,
are they fine now? Like,
Raiders are okay.
I think
Jets are great.
I think your quarterback teams, your quarterback desiring teams in the first round right now, if you had to list a 3, would be the Dolphins, the Giants, and the Redskins.
Yeah.
Those would be your teams that say, hey, we need to go get a quarterback. But here's the question that you have to ask.
And what are you going to give up?
You've made a ballsy hire in Arizona with Cliff Kingsbury, okay? You've made a hire that it's a guy who wants his dude. And I'm telling you something, gentlemen, Kyler Murray is his dude. This is the guy that he wants. Yeah. This is the guy that makes sense to him. This is the guy he wants to live and die by. And I'll tell you something. I think by night's end, I think the first pick in the draft, I think will be Kyler Murray to Arizona. And I don't think it'll take long for the Giants to go and get Josh Rosen. And I think Josh Rosen will be a Giant by the end of the night. I think whether that has to do with later picks, Josh Rosen's value is not at a first round pick. Arizona will not get a first round pick back for Josh Rosen. It will not happen.
No, they'll be lucky to get a third.
It'll be a third or something along those lines. But I think the Giants pull the trigger here because I think what's going to happen to the Giants is they're going to get to the pick at 6, and I think and we'll get into this a little bit later on. I think 2 quarterbacks will be gone by the time they get to 6. I think then they make a defensive player, and then they're sitting at 17. And I think 17, I don't think the quarterback that they want is going to be there. And I think that Josh Rosen makes the most sense there. So to ball it all together, I don't think there's any way that I see, and I hope for Josh Rosen's sake, he's not in Arizona next year.
Yeah.
I hope for the guy's career that he's not in Arizona. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they didn't even in the offseason, they only signed 2 O-linemen. One's been around 13 years, the other one's been around 9 years. Mm-hmm. They're okay, they're serviceable.
Yeah.
But let's think about the position.
Mediocre contracts.
Let's think about the position Arizona's in right now. I mean, they just picked up a first-round draft pick quarterback last year, right? So they're technically still okay at the quarterback position. We haven't seen a lot of it. I mean, he played well at times. You know,
Exactly.
he didn't have a lot around him.
He had bright moments.
Yeah.
But with the personnel around him, he could have had better moments.
Right. But now you're going to have to start that whole process all over again with another rookie quarterback where you just – so I'm just saying, like, they're in a position right now where they could go either direction. They could either trade Rosen or they can actually trade that number 1 pick and trade down.
And get more picks.
And get more picks and then, like, just stick with Rosen, who you believed in last year.
What do you think the Raiders trade with him to get Bosa?
Let's get that 1 second. I just want to make one more Kyler Murray point here at one. This is a guy that I think is he's very much like Mayfield was last year. I think this is a guy that's a once in a lifetime franchise changing quarterback. I think he is.
No.
And I mean, you could disagree. That's fine. But the problem with what you were saying about why don't you stick with Rosen? The problem is that it's not just this is now a new head coach in the draft room as well.
Yeah,
it's a new head coach that wants his guy. And I know in Josh,
yeah, but do you think he came? Do you think he got his job? You thinking, I want Kyler Murray. If you hire me, this is who I want to get in the draft.
I don't think so, but I think he put a vision forward that involved Kyler Murray, not Josh Rosen.
No, I think when you get a new coach on any new team, they don't want to be associated with the past legacy, and the Arizona's past legacy.
But Josh Rosen's not a fucking legacy.
No, I understand that, and here's why. All right, so I agree with both.
Let's just say, like, the quarterback and the coach from last year were one and done. I mean, the coach was a one-time, so there was no like legacy. It's like you
exactly.
But he dipped his fucking toe in the water. That's about it.
I think you both have valid points. I think that he does want Kyler Murray bad. That's his guy. However, I think they keep them both. I think maybe they trade mid-draft or something.
So you're telling me Brett Hundley is their mentor?
That's what I mean.
I don't think Kyler Murray needs a mentor.
I don't either. I think they keep Rosen and let them both battle for the job, maybe test the waters, but hold on to him and just see which one will accrue the most value down the road.
This kid, I think, is going to take the field and he's going to make you shit. He'll be one of the first players ever drafted in the first 9 picks in 2 consecutive drafts of 2 consecutive sports. Football and baseball. Top and to be honest with you, if he played basketball at Oklahoma, he probably would have been a first-round pick too. So this kid is something special. There's something about this kid. They say the brains upstairs are unbelievable. They're off the charts. His athletic ability is off the charts. This is the guy that Cliff Kingsbury wants, because what do you get picking Nick Bosa for if you're Arizona? You get another lackluster year. You get Larry Fitzgerald, who came out and said yesterday, "Oh, when they asked Larry who is Arizona going to pick, Larry says, I just want them to pick somebody that can help us win now, and that is Kyler Murray."
Yeah,
Larry Fitzgerald ain't got a lot left in the tank, kids.
I almost think it's like a Cleveland situation, though, where they're going to stockpile the talent. You had Tyrod Taylor and Baker Mayfield. Whether or not they were coaching each other or helping each other, mentoring each other, is besides the fact. You had the talent. Tyrod Taylor was given the chance to go out there and earn his position. He fucked up a little bit. Boom. Baker made the most out of his first chance. Fucking Murray, baby.
I'm a Tyrod Taylor fan.
Yeah, I know.
I like Tyrod Taylor.
No fucking shit.
But I
did
feel
not
like
know. Old Tyrod, will
I mean, what do you have, like 4 starts? You know what I mean?
4 or 5,
on the Browns team that was all just assembled that year.
Also, a team that has no weapons to protect the quarterback and he wasn't given a fair chance? How crazy. I've never heard of that before. Oh, wait.
But I like that he's in the Chargers now. Yeah. I do. I think that's a great place for him to be.
It's another team. That's another team too. I add to the. Sorry to interrupt you, Chick. You bring up a great point with the Chargers. I add them to my list of quarterback needy teams.
I surprisingly have them on my list too.
It's kind of crazy. What's crazy, John? Too. Like you had brought up. Like I don't think Arizona is not a quarterback needy team. I'm not putting them in that category. I just think that they take this player. I mean, I would put them so far down the list as at 7 or 8 of teams that need a quarterback. Do you know what I'm saying in this draft? Like I've got other teams ahead that.
What about the Raiders?
Yeah,
and I'll tell you something, gentlemen. I think this is gonna. I think the second splash of this draft is gonna. I think it's gonna be pretty cut and dry until we get to pick 3.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Kyler Murray. It's gonna be Nick Bosa at 2. I think 3 with the Jets. Here's your question. If you're the Jets, now what do we do here? Do the Bills like a defensive player enough to come up and get him at 3? Because that's been the first rumor that you've heard. The second one is, does somebody like Dwayne Haskins enough to go up and get him at 3?
Bills need a right tackle.
Bills do need a right tackle. I don't think they move, but they're also a team that I could see digressing back in or coming up if the right guy is there that they could use. Okay, Another team, another quarterback needy team, could go up and get Haskins if they love him enough. Daniel Snyder's running the draft in Washington right now.
No fucking way.
Daniel Snyder is the last time that Daniel Snyder made a draft pick, he traded 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks for Robert Griffin III. Okay,
that worked out great.
Had that worked out pretty well for him? Not. Could he go up to 3? Could he go up to 3 and get his quarterback? I don't think so. And I will tell you something. I think another era that's going to end tonight. And I do like this guy. I think it's going to end at 4, and I think it's going to be Dwayne Haskins will be the new quarterback in Oakland, and David Carr will be out of town. Or Derek Carr will be out of town tonight as well.
I disagree.
How much do you have in your cup? Seriously?
Gentlemen, I know it sounds
Is
crazy.
that pure prison hooch?
I know it sounds crazy. But Derek Carr and John Gruden have not been getting along as of late, and not as tight as everybody thought this marriage was.
You came
gonna
in with
happen.
the subtle I disagree. Let's hear why.
Johnny.
Big Johnny in the house.
Big Johnny, by the way.
Big Johnny in the house.
I've been quiet up to this point.
I know. Let's hear it.
I honestly think in all the reading this week with Oakland coming out and saying that they were going to do something shocking at the 4 position, I think the shocking thing that you're going to see is you're going to see them trading that 4th pick down to Denver. Denver trading up. And Denver, I think Denver's new quarterback is Drew Lock.
You think it has to go that high for him?
They are huge on Drew Lock.
You think you got to go all the way to 3?
You're not going to. They're not going to.
No, 4.
They're not going to trade interdivision. No way.
I don't think that's as much of a worry in the draft. If you can get the right value for a guy that you make a trade.
Not when you get multiple picks.
If you can get the right value.
But you want them to go get their number 1 quarterback?
Ask this. Yeah, would the Bears trade with the Packers? Fuck no. Yeah.
You're not going to want to do that.
If the value's right.
I don't see the value there because now what if this quarterback ends up being the stud and like kicks their ass every freaking year?
I'm with chicken.
Because if I have a way to, if I could go back in history and then make the Bears choose Aaron Rodgers,
right?
Instead of Cedric freaking Benson, yeah.
I mean, you're looking with Oakland. I mean, you're looking at a team that's got 3 first-round picks already.
It doesn't matter. You're blocking
all they're doing is all they've
called,
done is stockpile picks, and I don't care what people want to say about Gruden. I don't care what they want to say about the Raiders.
If I'm going to do it, I'm going to make a deal with
2021 when they take the field in Las Vegas. They're going to be playoff, if not Super Bowl contenders, because nobody puts a bad product on the field or on the ice in Las Vegas.
Correct.
But I'm just going to say, like, if you're the Oakland Raiders, you're not going to trade with somebody in your division because that division's so tight as it is. I'm going to look at somebody like Washington. I'm going to look at somebody like Miami.
But chicken, if they call on the phone, you're John Gruden or Mike Mayock. You're sitting there. You're in the ultimate spot. You're in the ultimate spot to say, "Show me what you got."
Yeah,
absolutely.
What is it? What are you willing to give
me? Gruden has taken last season alone.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it interdivision. I just wouldn't.
I respect your sentiment about it, but at the same time, it's if push comes to shove and that's what you got, come on.
That's all it is in interdivision. It is push and shove. There's no way.
Why are you thinking Drew Lock over Dwayne Haskins at 4?
They've been scouting Drew Lock heavily.
Drew Lock. I've heard there's not a big divide between Lock and Haskins.
Yeah,
I've heard that they're very similar.
Honestly, a weird little key point that I hear between them is that Drew Lock has like really tiny hands, like 9-inch hands, and that's a big cause of his fumbles.
Smells like cabbage.
Yeah, it stinks like a nice pooter. So no, but really though, he had obviously not the best offensive line to work with in Missouri, but a couple fumbles on his record, blemishes, if you will.
So basically, if he grabbed onto my wiener, he'd make my wiener look huge.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's huge. I
Thank
don't know,
you, John.
man.
So he's a little feller.
We could see. I feel like the Broncos didn't go get Flacco though for nothing, right?
Right.
Yeah,
that's I'm like.
Why would they? Why trade up to get?
I think the Broncos went and got Joe Flacco because I think the Broncos are going to go and get Trevor Lawrence at Clemson.
Exactly. I think 4 stays with the Raiders. I mean, guys, they've put together a monster team. Tyrell Williams, Antonio Brown, just to name a couple nice wideout options. You give Derek Carr another season if you want, or you wait, pick up another quarterback later on in your 24th and
pretty glaring
27th picks too as well.
Pretty glaring need yesterday, John, and I see you getting it with the second column. Another pretty glaring need for Oakland. Obviously, it's not going to come at 4, but his running back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Now with Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch is retired. So
I didn't have faith that Marshawn Lynch was going to be signed back anyways. I thought that was kind of a gimmicky thing, and he didn't prove hold his end of the bargain, and so I kind of figured he was out.
Yeah.
I will. You know,
He didn't fit in that offense. He really
No.
one storyline, and I want to get a couple guys' opinions because I think I also could have an altering opinion on this too. A differing opinion is, I think that if I had to bet, I think we'll see 2 wide receivers go tonight, which in my memory has to be one of the one of the lowest numbers of all time. I also think we'll see maybe 1 running back, maybe Jacobs goes, and I think we could see 5 quarterbacks go tonight. Other than that, I think it's going to be a couple tight ends and all defensive players.
See, everything I've been hearing this was not a quarterback heavy draft.
No,
it's not. But here's the thing. I mean, if you know what's going to happen is that I see 2 teams that are planning for the future taking quarterbacks at the end of the first round. I see New England taking a quarterback at the end of the first round, and I see Green Bay taking a quarterback at the end of the first round. And I think Johnny picked hit on the guy a second ago, and this is one of the highest times. Well, this is one of the highest I've heard him go.
You don't wait a minute. New England just lost a couple wide receivers. You don't see him going wide receiver for
stay with me.
Josh
here,
Gordon's coming back.
I see you. But I think
your drink.
I think
so today. Sorry, Kale.
Let him talk.
You guys good? I think Drew Lock is the guy who could go anywhere from where Johnny has him at 4 to all the way at the end of the first round. This guy could go up and down depending on whose draft board is where, who's picking where. I mean, it's this guy could be the Aaron Rodgers of this draft. Hopefully he's not in the draft room, but he could go really high. You're absolutely right. I've heard a lot of teams really love him. He could slip all the way to New England if it just doesn't make sense for a team at certain spots to go.
You're
he could
right.
be all over the place.
You're right. It's exactly who they feel is the best fit and the need for their team.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I think it could be Locke. I think Daniel Jones also. I think you could see Locke, Jones, or Will Grier from West Virginia.
Will Grier. Yeah.
Any of them as New England Patriots by the end of the night.
We do have a question online from Jeremy Seaton. How do you guys feel about Josh Allen for the Bills?
That was last year.
Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's one of the most underrated players in this draft at Kentucky. I was a big hater until I looked into him because he was always there for the Jets at 3.
Are you talking about Case Keenum?
That was all.
You were hating on the idea of getting him.
Yeah, I really did. I really was not in love with Josh Allen and then I watched him at Kentucky and I heard what a lot of people said about him. I thought he was a little bit undersized, but man, I'll tell you, Josh Allen could be another guy too that could sink up and down that the top 10 picks.
Yeah,
in the draft.
What kind of defense does Buffalo run? Does anybody know?
He was at Kentucky. Oh, the Bills.
Yeah,
I don't know
because I feel they need linebacker help along with Tremaine Edmonds. He needs supporting staff.
You put this kid with Tremaine Edmonds, man.
Well, that's the thing. He's an edge rusher. So I mean,
Buffalo's defense was decent.
Yeah, it was
but
all right.
They lacked that star power.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They
so
need
this guy would give him that. Okay, yeah.
Which that the young kid from last year. Yeah, that you just mentioned.
But over what they need more O-line help. They need another tight end.
Buffalo needs offensive line first and foremost.
Yeah.
That's why I could see. That's why Johnny. I think you make the point.
I think Allen has a far better season. If he had a couple more guys in front of him, I think he has a fantastic.
They're a different team.
I shouldn't say fantastic. He had a great year for a rookie last year.
Yeah,
they're a different team.
He would have a far better
when Allen was playing.
Yeah,
I mean, look what they did in Minnesota.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
God. That was awesome.
But the problem was keeping him upright and keeping him healthy. So if they could keep that kid healthy, I think they need some weapons on the outside.
If the Bills don't move from 9, and I think the Bills will stay at 9. I think they'll go Juwan Taylor from Florida. He just makes the most sense.
Do you think any offensive line gets picked until then? I don't think so. I think Juwan Taylor's a perfect fit. Maybe
you think he makes it all the way down to 9? I mean,
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe Andre Dillard by that time.
Giants.
Look at all the OL needs up.
Yeah, Giants can go right.
They might go offensive line
just to be fucking stupid.
Well, let's see.
But think about it. Their O-line sucks.
But you guys have to
And
remember
I'm almost
the
positive
amount.
the Bucks are going O-line.
Guys,
I would too.
The amount of quality defensive players in this draft is gonna push these
linebackers and D-line is huge in this draft.
Guys that are top 10 pick worthy on just the defensive end, and we'll just take linebackers, D-line, and edge players. We've got Bosa, Allen, Williams, Oliver, Gary is a top 10 overall talent. White and Bush those guys are all top 10 talents.
Yeah.
So that leads me to say like if you're for instance, Well, let's talk about Johnny's Tampa Bay Buccaneers quick, okay? Tampa Bay.
Just quick though.
Tampa Bay is also another team. Tampa Bay is another team that's just salivating at the fact that this quarterback buildup could come right in front of them. Because
I was
they
thinking
could get
about that, too.
They could get Quinnen Williams, who some have graded out, the D tackle from Alabama, have graded out as the best player in this draft. They could get him just falling into their lap. And then at that point, you're taking best available. That's why I think the first lineman will not go until 9 with the Bills, because I think it's best available. Then the Bills take a combination of best available and need and put it together and get it and take
really
Taylor.
like if Kyler Murray is going to go 1, and everyone's in agreement with that.
No, I'm not.
Well, Haskins could drop to the Bucks, and if you're the Bucks, do you take him?
No,
I do.
Doesn't make sense.
Winston's garbage. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. Winston.
That's right. He doesn't like
Winston's garbage. He hasn't proved himself at all.
They've already made their commitment to him as the guy again this season.
Yeah, but you can dump him. How many times have we seen it?
He's in the media and all this shit all the time, though, dude. He's got so much baggage.
He's terrible, right? I think for your team, if Haskins is there at 5, which you're looking at it, San Fran doesn't need a quarterback. The Jets don't need one. Raiders might, but I think they might stick with Carr now they got him a new toy. If I'm Tampa Bay, I'm looking that route. I mean, you benched him how many times last year? This is like supposedly your guy, and you keep benching for Fitzpatrick. You know what I'm saying? So now,
personally, I would have kept Fitzpatrick and gotten rid of.
Right. So now, if you got a chance to get Haskins, I'm taking that chance. If he falls at 4 or 5, I'm sorry, he's in your lap. You don't even have. You could take him and not even have to get rid of Jameis Winston.
Right.
Keep him for a year, see how he does.
Let him battle for that position again.
Absolutely.
That seems to be like the going tactic this year. You know, you got Taysom Hill and Drew Brees. You had Lamar Jackson and Joe Flacco. Tyrod Taylor and Baker Mayfield. A lot of dual action quarterback.
We've seen this before, too.
Battles.
I mean, Philip Rivers, they got drafted when they had Drew Brees. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
You have a Hall of Fame quarterback, and you just picked up, and they picked up another one.
Yeah, just to make sure.
It's not unheard of.
No.
So, I mean, that's a possibility. And if I were...
Yeah, they were banking on Drew Brees having a down year after that.
I know, right? Do you ever wonder if he goes by and flashes a Super Bowl ring?
Right, I know, right?
To Rivers, yeah. But, that could be a surprise pick, too. I mean, because looking at it, nobody needs a quarterback until... Actually, even if you include Arizona, doesn't technically need a quarterback at all. So the first 4 teams don't need a quarterback.
Right.
So
the Giants need a
Giants
need a quarterback. Are we all in agreement?
Yeah.
If Dwayne Haskins is still on the board at that time and they don't take him,
I don't think the Giants quarterback comes at 6 for something. There's just something that
I don't think
you
so
think
either.
they delay it?
Yeah.
I don't
risk it. Really?
I don't think
do.
you want to know what it is. I don't think the Giants love Haskins
I agree.
enough to take him at 6. I think they really, really fucking like him, but I don't think they're like, oh shit, here we go. I think the Giants are at the point of they're like, okay, we get to 17, Locke's still there, or Jones is still there. Okay, maybe. Okay, let's call Arizona now, because I'll tell you something. When the first pick is made in this draft, Arizona's fucking phone is going to blow the fuck up.
Yep.
All right, Josh Rosen is going to be on the move.
Yeah, I agree.
They're picking.
It could happen, but I don't know.
If they were going to trade it, I really think it would have happened by now. I really don't think a team like the Raiders, now that I think about it, is going to wait till, all right, they're on the clock, now let's make our trade offer.
Right.
Well, that's what Dave's just saying. Dave's saying Gruden's going to trade in Carr for at the 4th for the 1. So he thinks that they're going to go for.
Oh, jeez.
That'd
That would
be
be
a
something.
fucking cutthroat move,
I thought
man.
I think we will see. I think in the first 10 picks, and we perhaps might still be live with everyone through the first 10. We're not really sure how far we'll go. We'll see. But I will tell you, we will see at least 2 major trades in the first 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The Raiders are going.
I see
they have
fucking
to.
block. I see
Is
a
that
blockbuster.
Vegas action I can get in?
I see blockbusters. I see a couple blockbusters coming. It's probably not going to be any players, but I could see. I tell you something. The picks will be seeing, and it's going to be like. And John and Chicken, why don't you tell us where the Chicago Bears pick? Because they don't until the 3rd round, because they
Our first
made
round pick
a
was
big trade.
Khalil Mack. Yeah.
We're totally worth it.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally worth it.
So
Worth
you see where these trades. This is where you look no further than the Bears when you see what these trades do. Look no further than the Jets when they moved up and got Sanchez years and years ago. It was very good at
Caleb,
first.
To prove your point, to back you up on what you're thinking with Oakland, because of that trade last year, Oakland's got equity, and they picked up more with the Cooper trade.
Yeah.
So now they got free money, kind of like Cleveland did a couple years ago, last year and the year before.
Loaded up.
So now why not get rid of Carr, send them someplace like Arizona where they already got their young rookie quarterback, second-year player, trade for the first. Now they give him Carr and some draft picks. I don't see why you...
So another rebuilding year for the Raiders? Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah, but now you got the number 1 draft pick. So now you go out and get Kyler Murray, who he says is a once-in-a-lifetime type player, with Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to go to Vegas and sell tickets? That's going to sell tickets. Derek Carr's not selling you tickets.
Would put bums in the seats. Would put bums in the seats.
I just really want to know if they're going to call EJA Moving Company. Professional movers, 315-335-0516. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everyone and make it simple for you to move and relocate. EJAMoving.com. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. That wasn't a good segue.
Yeah,
I didn't move into it.
If you're like preseason mode,
So I got a little bit. Did you guys see? Just came up this morning that the Houston Texans are interested in trading Jadeveon Clowney.
Really?
For a better draft position, which they just renewed his contract. So I don't know why that would even be.
Well, because they signed a contract, so now they could trade him. Now they don't have to worry about more contract negotiations.
But I mean, J.J. Watt, he's getting a little old and injured, man. He's getting beaten and battered these few years. Jadeveon Clowney's been only in since 2013 or so, 14, something like that. Still young player. He's a good edge rusher. I don't think you risk it to trade up. Do you?
Who are they looking to trade it with?
I didn't hear any particulars. Just that that was like the potential rumor happening.
So with their main need being O-line, they must have their eye on Taylor or Williams. At that point, I mean, I would go with Taylor.
I would say Taylor.
They've got to bump up that high.
Maybe they trade with fucking Broncos or something.
Would you sacrifice your defense for that, though? I mean,
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to look at these teams who might bite on that. And
well, you know what? How did they do? What did Houston pick up any? Let's go down the list here as my.
And what are you going to get for Clowney? You're not going to get a first.
We're talking about Jadeveon Clowney?
Yeah, the Texans released today they were interested in possibly trading him for a better.
Probably get like a third.
I mean, if you're going to trade Jadeveon Clowney, here's the thing. I think, and we were talking about this before the show. I think the thing that scares you maybe about Jadeveon Clowney is Frank Clark's deal. The trade that was made with this past week with Kansas City and Seattle, when Frank Clark went from Seattle to Kansas City for Kansas City's first. And a couple other picks, too, which was a good haul for both teams. I mean, both teams got what they wanted. I think Kansas City made a good deal, too. They gave the guy a big extension. So, hey, it was a good deal all around. I don't obviously
give you a big extension.
Clowney's not in the territory of demanding what Frank Clark could demand, but I think it's a little scary for them to see. Holy fuck, that's a big deal for a defensive end, and the deals are only climbing. So I think that's a little bit where that deal kind of takes off from. I don't think he gets moved today. I really don't. To be honest with you guys, I don't know if many players really do get moved today. I mean, it's not a typical thing to happen on the draft.
It's been crazy this whole offseason, last year's draft.
You never know. You're right, John. And you never know where the move does make sense, but. I don't think he moves today. I don't think it's. I just don't think it's in.
It could be just a teaser, just kind of see what's out there.
Houston.
Keep an eye out for Houston. Yeah,
Houston did sign OT Matt Khalil, so they got a solid offensive lineman.
I mean, I do. I do
Hit
think.
me again.
I have heard that though. I have heard that about Clowney.
It's been rumored.
There's no doubt about that.
I almost wonder if there's kind of some strife between them, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Here's what I'm concerned about, guys. I was doing a little bit of pre-analysis before the show. A little bit concerning that the pick that the Pittsburgh Steelers are eyeballing as a kid I've never even heard of or barely can pronounce his name, Rock Ya-Sin.
Oh, number 46 on the the depth chart of the entire draft.
Have you guys heard
he's gained a lot of helium in the last few days. He's gotten big helium. So
I mean, certainly we need some more corner, and I think more pressing. We need more linebacker coverage. Bud Dupree's contract runs out next year. You already lost Shazier, a huge team captain, and you have TJ Watt fresh and ready to go. You need someone to kind of parallel him and attack. So I'm thinking hopefully. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what'll be left.
You hit me on the edge of my seat, and then you go on.
I'll be honest with you. I think
honestly, I'm hoping
if he can get there, to be honest with you, who fits really well there would be like Devin Bush.
I was going to say
for
Devin
Michigan.
Bush, but
that's the guy.
I don't know if he's
the
going to be
guy.
available.
That's
really.
the guy. In one of my mock drafts,
I don't think you take Rock Ya-Sin. I don't know, but we did some crazy shit last year too. With
guys, you know the one
Mason Rudolph.
The one thing that you have to remember, and working, having worked in a sport where with drafting and being around the decisions that go in this and from afar and knowing these things, it's it might not make sense to us, and you might see a pick and you'll be like, holy fuck, that doesn't make any sense. But I'll tell you something, there's a reason. Like these guys that are doing this, these guys are evaluating. It's kind of like when you hear the other day, everybody made a big stink with the Raiders about how Mayock and Gruden, quote unquote, kicked everyone out of the draft room. Typically what happens is you go in for your meetings as a scout, you give your opinion, and your opinion's untaken. Then there's a couple days of organizational meetings. Sometimes some teams bring all of their scouts to the meetings. Other times, they're dispersed. They're told to go home. Usually, right now, this is a scout's vacation. They get to go home. They're by their phones for the draft. They can simply make a phone call. Hey, third round, what do you think about this guy? We want to pull the trigger. Are you do you 100% think this is the way to go? Guy says yes, then let's do it. Your first round picks are made by your GM, are made by your head coach. You know that's coming. It's the same in any sport. Your GM is the ultimate guy making that pick. That's why you need to get your GM in front of those best players. So the one thing to remember is it might not make sense to us. You might think it might be batshit crazy, but these teams are making these decisions based on what they know and the best decision they want to make for themselves. So it's important to remember that for the draft.
So who do you think's going to pick number 10 tight end on here?
Nobody can see the list.
Oh, Caleb Wilson?
What was the name on it?
Caleb Wilson.
Silla's conveniently put, if we could.
He's so elite to be so low on the board.
Silla's put my name in there.
I'm looking, I'm like, what the?
It's not my
By the way,
draft
John,
here, though.
this is like almost an overwhelmingly well put together amount of information.
Now you know
Nice
what he
job.
does at work.
Yeah, John,
I know,
you should
literally.
Shall we mention John
He
works
goes,
for?
I went a little overboard, and he shows me fucking 3 front and back pages.
I
I'm like, all right.
seriously fucking nerded out. I was like, I dreaded all week doing this, knowing what I was gonna do. But then once I got started, I couldn't fucking stop. My fingers were cramping up, but I was having a good
You could
time
tell he
doing
did it
it.
with his pants off.
Yeah.
John went as far as to.
You probably have to go 7 and 10 deep on the kickers.
Yeah, John. I was just going there.
There was
Johnny.
only 7 kickers that entered the draft.
John prepped out the top 10 punters in the draft. In case anyone was wondering, I will venture to say, as I mentioned, I think there's going to be 5 quarterbacks in the first round. I'll venture to say that one of John's punters might get picked in the entire draft.
But we know them all.
We aren't having a Jano year. No, this is great, John. This is honestly a really, really good sheet.
Yeah, it is.
And let's talk about. I mean, let's go into a little bit. What. With team need and what we want our team to do. I mean, me as a Jets fan, I'll start off here first, and then we can go to the Steelers. We'll talk. I mean, I don't know what the fuck we can talk about with the Bears, guys. You really have no pull, but we'll talk about it.
You know what though? I'm waiting for. Ryan Pace has done a lot of crazy shit during the draft.
Yeah, I mean, your first pick's at 87. You're in the 3rd round, so I mean, it's going to be tough to.
That's your first pick?
Slim pickings. Yeah.
I just got to fit.
Who I want at running back is not going to be there. So
But this is
Probably not.
But this is what happens when you, as I said before, I have to make this point. This is what happens when you make moves.
Sorry, Bandit, you're
to
wrong.
Get up into the draft.
Punters aren't people too. Shut your mouth.
So me personally, yeah, Dave. Fuck Dave. They are people. You're right, Dave. We'll give Punter some love. Just ask Pat McAfee.
Eat the sandwich.
So let's start. I want to have another discussion about my Jets. As I said, in prior weeks and stuff like that, I'm hoping the Jets move back. I'm hoping the Jets do not pick here.
I think they'll take a step back this year.
I hope.
Give me the bell. I want to fucking ring that one.
I'll give him that one.
That was a good one.
I've actually been following like Twitter pretty closely all day, waiting and hoping for when the Jets will trade this 3rd overall pick. I think they can get some decent value off of it.
Well, you got 6. You'd rather have 7 or 8.
But we're finally in that position. So the point I make here is we're finally in that position. Last year we were the team that needed to go up to get our quarterback, right?
Right.
So we're in that position finally for somebody to come up and come up to us and get the quarterback. So now that we can get those picks back that we traded for our quarterback, for our franchise quarterback.
I can
So
see it.
now
I can
I'm in
see
that
it.
spot. Come show me the money. And guys, I have to remind you, the best part of this draft is defensive line and linebacking talent. That is by far and away the best part of this draft. There are, like we said, 8 guys that we think are top 10 picks.
So who do you think makes that trade?
For me,
Could be the Giants.
For me, it could be the Giants. I don't think they value Haskins enough, so I'm out on the Giants.
But you really need O-line help. You really need it.
They won't take an O-line.
But
They
here's
won't
the
take
thing:
an O-line.
if Arizona does not take Kyler Murray,
I know you can't do it that high.
then the Giants are making that deal with the Jets.
If Kyler Murray does not get taken 1, which I will guarantee he does right now.
Wait a minute.
If Kyler Murray does not get taken 1,
Is this a bet?
if Kyler Murray, if
Is this a
Kyler
bet?
I
Murray,
generally win my bets.
if
against
Kyler
Caleb.
Murray, yeah, fuck you, Johnny. If Kyler Murray doesn't get taken 1, the boner that the Jets have from picking at 3 goes from about 5 inches to fucking porn size. Okay, because now you're in the driver's seat.
There's a chance Bosa goes 1.
No, I think it's Quinnen Williams if they don't go quarterback.
Oh, okay.
And if they don't go quarterback and they stick with Rosen, that changes everything because then he drops. I mean, because
somebody
the
is going
49ers
to
doesn't want him.
Someone, if Arizona doesn't take this kid at 1, someone is going to mortgage the farm, their lake house, and their retirement to come up and get Kyler Murray whenever they can.
San Francisco's going to make deals.
San Francisco's just going to have a line of
Fucking
operators with
grueling.
phones.
Yeah.
Answering phones.
Grueling.
And
That's what it's going to happen.
John Lynch is going to play
you think
master.
you think if Kyler Murray gets passed up by Arizona, San Fran bites on him?
No.
Yeah.
They-
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying.
San Fran's war room will
poured it
have a
into
line of
Garoppolo.
people answering phones.
Yes.
San Fran.
And they're gonna start answering. They're gonna start answering the phones. Hi, how would you like to be fucked?
Yeah.
That's how they're gonna start answering the phones.
Yeah.
So they
San
call.
Fran doesn't really want to draft Bosa, but they have to because he's the best available on the board. They really need wide receiver help. You know, they
But you
they
are
need-
going wide too.
Right? Yeah. Right. Exactly. So, yeah.
How would you like to get fucked?
Yeah,
That's what they're
exactly.
gonna say
I'm with you guys. Kyler Murray doesn't go 1. San Fran.
That's when someone like the Bengals picks up the phone and they're like, "We fucking need some help."
I see like the Giants making a big move there. I see.
Chicken mentioned it earlier, and I didn't even think about it, and it made just a little bit of sense. And Chicken doesn't make a lot of sense a lot of times.
The Raiders got a lot of fucking pull right there.
Oakland Raiders, the Oakland Raiders, gentlemen. I mean, and that opens them up to move Derek Carr. I mean, shit, guys.
They won't have to.
Yeah, they won't have to. Kyler Murray's going 1.
They won't have. No, but I'm saying like even if he doesn't, they technically don't have to. Only to block somebody else from doing it because right before them is the Jets. The Jets aren't going to grab them.
No.
So that Oakland's there. However, I do feel like other people are going to be making deals, kind of like why.
Because if Kyler Murray gets past 2, then the Jets are answering the phone. You just tell us what it's going to be, all right, and give us the best fucking thing you got,
right?
Because you're going to get fucked. It's not how do you want to get fucked now; it's how do you want to take it. That's the way it is.
Draft starts in 5 minutes now. Just switch.
Okay.
So.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
So we're doing a quick run through. What we
Put on
hope our
Game of
team
Thrones
does.
while we.
I know.
Johnny, you're just on it right there, bro.
I got it, guys.
Oh, sorry, Caleb.
So we're doing all right. So coming from me, Steelers fan again. I already mentioned it. I'm really hoping we get some linebacker
So
help.
how long are you going to be a Steelers fan?
Till
After this year, you're going to become a Browns fan?
Till they stop going over 500 every season, which hasn't happened since 2003.
It's going to happen this year, I think. I don't know,
man. Listen,
He's gonna
fuck
get
Antonio Brown. Fuck Le'Veon Bell. We don't need him. We got Nate Washington, Juju Smith-Schuster, and whoever the fuck we're going to pick up this season, baby. Don't you worry about us. We're okay. You know what? James Conner will run it down Le'Veon's throat when we play him in week whatever.
Why don't you just pour the Red Bull into the bottle and drink it like a man?
I know. So wait, I wanted to ask you, Big John. A big portion of this is obviously got to be cap space. You got to incorporate that. You guys are dealing with the littlest amount of cap space left on the board of any team. So with 1.7 mil, that's not a lot to work with. What do you think they can accomplish with all that?
Keep in mind with the new draft style, the picks are slotted at value. So if you don't go over value to sign your guy, which never happens, then it does not count. You can go over your salary cap to sign rookies. Carry on.
This nerd moment is brought to you by
nerd.
My personal opinion is that we're going offensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that high? I mean,
who do you have at running back now? You don't have Jaquiz Rodgers or because you got rid of Martin, didn't you?
Got rid of Martin.
He gone.
Jaquiz Rodgers.
Jaquiz Rodgers.
But then he got hurt.
And
what a great name.
Sims too. Sims is still there too. So I mean, it's by committee, but
they definitely should be looking for a running back.
Guys, this team is going to be
The thing is, they
rejuvenated.
don't. Look at Tampa Bay's draft historically. It's always offensive line, defensive line, first pick.
Yeah,
always. That's why I can just see.
Except for Jameis Winston.
Well,
I'm also not.
Bandage. Yo, fuck you, man. Bandage. Fuck. Yo, I thought we were cool, dude.
That's. I mean, when we drafted Winston, we needed a quarterback that was.
I agree, Johnny. Yeah.
That was no brainer. I mean, you had what, Winston, and who was the other quarterback in that draft?
Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, it was
Mariota.
between the two of them.
Bortles, Mariota, and Winston all came out of the same draft.
Mariota went 1.
That's a
he went 1-1.
Garbage draft.
Mariota went 1-1, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't have a problem with Winston being drafted then. We needed the quarterback. Historically, it's all offensive line, defensive line, our first picks, unless there's a really big need at linebacker.
Yeah.
Which we don't. We have adequate linebackers at this point. So I really see offensive line. I see them trying to protect Winston. I mean, they're all in on him on this another year, and as a Tampa Bay fan, I'm not buying it. I mean,
the reason I asked who the running back is you don't think that they might possibly fill that slot?
Oh,
You got Josh Jacobs is pretty good.
There's no running back on this list that's I think worth a first round.
I think the running back position besides Saquon Barkley has been like
really. You don't think Josh Jacobs will go in the first round?
I think he'll go first round.
Yeah, I mean, I think he will go first round.
You just said he wouldn't.
I think you smell dudes.
Do you guys want me to say what I actually just said? Or are you guys good?
We're good.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead. Jesus.
Josh Jake. I said I don't think there's a running back that's a first round talent on this list.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a running back that'll go in the first round because you have teams at the end that'll say, "Fuck it, why not take Josh Jacobs if he's still there because he is talented."
And here's where I'm saying with the running backs being devalued. I mean, you look at some of the busts. Trent Richardson, Eddie Lacy, some of these guys that like came in like Cedric Benson.
Yeah.
But then you get guys like Jordan Howard comes in like the 5th round. You got guys that come out later rounds that could be really good.
When did you come out?
I'm still in. Nick Chubb.
You're welcome.
They've mentioned Nick Chubb. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, Nick Chubb. That's a pretty fucking good example.
Why y'all talking about Nick Chubb?
So
you got Nick Chubb's going on.
So you know what I mean? Like you could pick up that running back later. So with the Bucks, I don't know. I think if you got one of the 2 quarterbacks, actually one of the top 3 quarterbacks are left there, I'm going quarterback. Kyler Murray,
I would like
definitely
to.
Probably won't be there. Haskins might be there.
Again,
you're not wrong. I'm just wondering if you're biased.
I myself personally, I would still take Locke over Haskins.
And that may be the case. Maybe they like him a little bit better.
If Tampa Bay drafted Locke, I would probably be a lot happier.
Yeah.
Knowing that, we can get rid of Winston at some point and
rid of his fucking drama.
Have a serviceable quarterback back there as a backup.
Or like you said, trade down and pick up more multiple picks.
If not, if they go their typical, Jawan Taylor, Quinnen Williams, I'm not going to be disappointed with either of them.
I'm a little curious, going back to the Jets. I see the needs at O-line, outside linebacker and cornerback, but I don't see wide receiver.
Because it's not a need.
Really? Who's your number one?
Anderson or Nunwa or
Robbie Anderson.
Crowder.
Yeah, they're number 2s or number 3s on any other team.
But Chicken, who's your number 1 in this draft? I mean, Metcalf is a first round pick. Beyond that, like Williams, okay,
I'm with you. I was really surprised I didn't see it on another site. I'm like, how do they not need a wide receiver?
I mean, hey,
you don't have a true number 1.
Go right ahead. Okay, let's see. We'll take
when you're a true number 2.
We could take Metcalf.
I think Marquise Brown fits the Jets pretty nicely if they can get him. He's fucking fast.
I want Metcalf, man. I think Metcalf is another prize in this draft.
Yeah.
I think Metcalf is.
He's a powerhouse too, man. He can just swat arms away. If you watch some of his later footage when he learned how to use his hands, he could fucking move guys out of the way.
And with a good young quarterback.
Yeah.
Over 1. We're trying to get the draft on the TV. Here we go.
Why did we get 2 remotes going at once?
So we need Caleb. We need
Johnny.
you
I got this.
Caleb to the rescue.
So, are we doing preliminary guesses?
I'm not guessing shit, man. No. This is going to be crazy. I got a feeling this is going to be worse than.
I think we should all write down our top 3.
When the Vikings forgot to pick,
I'm not touching it.
Caleb's doing it. He's got the other remote, dude.
Yeah,
let that one down.
You're like our little brother. We get to give the Xbox controller and make him think he's playing.
Fuck all of you.
Dave saying Trent Richardson, the man who sucked so much he took 2 first rounds to fulfill his awfulness. That is true. He was so bad, but that's what I'm saying. Like these running backs, you can get them in later rounds and get really good running backs. It's not worth taking them first round anymore.
Dave just told us he's wearing a pink suit, man. We're missing it.
What are you doing?
Kyler Murray's in a pink suit.
What happened? You can't log in?
He's trying to get the password now.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so in the meantime, let's give the top 3.
All right,
My top 3
I'm going to Reddit.
Your top 3?
My top 3 are probably going to be, I'll agree. I think Kyler Murray's going first. I think the first 2 are pretty solidified. I think there's just been too much hubbub around him. Kyler Murray, Nick Bosa.
Bosa.
Jesus. It's like Rosin Rose, and everybody says it. Number 3.
Tomato.
Nobody says Rosin.
Number 3, I'm saying Juwan Taylor. I think the Jets take him. I don't think they take Dwayne Haskins or anything like that. I'm saying Juwan Taylor. What do you think, Big John? First 3.
I'm in the same boat. I think if Arizona doesn't make some move to trade, it's going to be Kyler Murray, Nick Bosa, and Juwan Taylor.
Yep. Those are 3 solid. Pretty. If you don't take those 3, it's kind of like
the only other.
You got to be convinced of it.
Yeah, the Juwan Taylor. The only other thing I could see the Jets doing is possibly Devin White or Devin Bush going for a linebacker, but I think they need offensive line far more than they need a linebacker at this point.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. John Silberth?
Come back to me.
Chicken?
I'm doing the backup just in case. Are you sure?
Yeah. So I'm thinking
not Kyler Murray first.
Not Kyler Murray first. I think there's going to be a trade.
Got to be one.
Even if Kyler Murray does be taken by Arizona, but I'm saying I don't believe so. I think regardless, you're going to see San Fran make a trade.
Yeah?
I think San Fran's trading out of the second round, out of the second pick.
Huh.
They got their quarterback in Garoppolo. They got a couple good running backs. I don't see them using that second pick to.
You still think Bosa goes to second though?
I think he could go first. Just to interject.
Yeah.
I think San Francisco's need. I think they got more needs than just one or 2 players.
Right.
So I think they trade down, and I think they're trading down with somebody like Oakland, or I'm going to say the Giants. Oakland or the Giants.
The Bengals have a lot of picks to work with, 11 of them. I mean,
and I think even with the
cap space,
even with the Giants, Giants still might take Bosa.
Yeah.
The Giants might move up to take Bosa because they got rid of Vernon Olivier.
Yeah.
And they lost JPP 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And so they're looking for that new pass rusher. You know, they move up to pick up Bosa.
You think the Giants pick up a late wide receiver in this now? Now they got OBJ. Look for a new diamond in the rough?
Well, they got a couple of young backs or wide receivers. I mean, you got
Sterling Shepard,
yeah. Ingrams, tight end.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's a pressing need, and you still got Saquon Barkley out of the backfield,
catch like a motherfucker.
Yeah. So I'm thinking they're going to go defense.
Yeah.
That's
turn it down.
Yeah, dude, you got to turn that down, Johnny.
I am.
We just been arrested. Dave saying Kyler Murray looking stylish in that pink suit. Okay, yeah, he likes that pink suit. But no, I think that's one thing that we didn't look at the Giants. We're all thinking they're going to go quarterback or offense. I think they might go Bosa. They might move up for Bosa.
Okay. That would be interesting.
What's wrong?
It won't work.
It won't work.
It's not going to work on there for some reason.
Oh.
We'll just get it up on our computers and we'll go.
Boo. All right, first guy to get
Let me
it.
see that remote.
But I think Johnny's got it already.
No, this one.
No, I had an ad. I can't get that.
All right, so we were talking. So where were we going?
We were
First
doing
3
projection
overall?
first 3, yeah.
Okay, so this is a layup. So it's Kyler Murray, Nick Bosa, and then
you guys take Juwan Taylor.
Quinton Williams.
Really?
Yeah. There's no. Guys, the Jets improved their offensive line this year. There's no shot they go offensive line that early, that high.
You don't think? What do you think is going to be the trade? You think there's going to be a trade?
I think there could be a trade. I think there could be a trade up for a quarterback. I mean, that's obviously a go to live down there, chicken. Oh, we got it right there. Oh, perfect.
Let's see if it works. You are not
yeah.
allowed to
Yeah.
watch this.
Nope. I'm getting it now, just so you guys know.
Cool.
Can you hook it up there?
No. I can watch it and tell you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just go from here. We'll bring up. I can bring up ESPN on my computer.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that unless we see a trade that it could be.
I'm in.
We're watching play-by-play here.
I'm in. Here, I'll turn it this way.
Yeah.
Best I can do.
We'll be good over here.
Oh, yeah, we got it going live right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just make sure it doesn't go on the camera.
Yeah,
we're draft time.
Jeez. But yeah, I think it's going to be Murray easily. Who did you guys have? Because you don't think Murray's going one.
I'm going to go Bosa. I don't. That's where I'm going.
I said Arizona either trades down, but I think I'm going with San Fran trading with the Giants, and then the Giants taking Bosa at 2.
Really?
Yep.
That would be
the Giants taking Bosa?
Yeah, Giants taking Bosa at 2. They need to beef up that defense. They need a pass rusher.
They need a quarterback.
Yeah, but Eli, I don't know, he's got naked pictures of the owners or something. I don't know.
Something, right?
He needed to go 5 years ago.
He's like timeless.
So I don't know. It's going to be tough for them to get a quarterback with him there. They absolutely should. I thought they should have last year, but I don't know. I think they might ride it out with Eli. If they can pick up Bosa, beef up that defense, that's how they win championships.
How long before Greedy Williams at cornerback gets picked up?
I think he'll be in the mid-teens.
Mm.
He's a guy. He's definitely.
What are we? Who would need Atlanta?
He makes sense there. That's where I had him. That's where I did with the mock draft. I do with my buddies. That's where I
All
had
right.
him going.
All right, well, we got a little bit of time here. I just want to let everybody know that this Sunday, April 28th, we're going to be at the Veterans Outreach Center at 726 Washington Street, Utica. It's an old YMCA. We just took a little tour there today, and they got the pool, the old pool. They're going to try redoing the old pool and the gym and stuff. So we're trying to help out, the needy. So from noon to 4, we're going to have music, food, raffles, appearance by Utica Comets mascot Audie. It's the First Source Federal Credit Union presents Disrupting Hunger. Somebody's got to turn that down. So yeah, it's Disrupting Hunger with from First Source Federal Credit Union, and we're gonna have donation boxes right now at all First Source Credit Unions. First Source Federal Credit Union. Sorry, I can't talk right now. We went down there. Some of the boxes are overstuffed. And it's great.
So that's awesome.
That's
yeah,
so
I'm very
cool.
happy to hear that.
So a lot of people getting involved in, admission is a donation, food, non-perishable food item, clothing, home products, hygiene, furniture, any type of stuff used for a home product. And or if you want to come in, it's a $5 donation too. They're going to have a military convoy for all the people go up there and check out the military vehicles, and we're going to have it's a cotton candy machine. We got food. We got music. Dark Matter's going to be playing. The Mutt Farm's going to be playing. It's going to be really cool, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to help these folks out. People aren't just hungry and cold in the wintertime, guys, and not just during Christmas. We need to help out our veterans and do our part.
Load up on the toiletries, toothbrushes, deodorant,
Yes.
all that crap. It's for a good cause.
Absolutely.
Help a brother out, man.
They took us for a tour today, and they showed us their pantries. And last year, excuse me, back in November, we did on Veterans Day, we did that comedy show, and they took us for a tour when we dropped off all the supplies and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And the pantries were full. They're full, getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
But now we went down there and there's nothing. I mean, they're so bare. So this is really important, and we want to do our part to kind of keep them stocked and getting geared up for promotions for next year.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail right on the head when it comes to that stuff. People aren't just hungry and cold in the winter. And
Right.
It's kind of like it's only when people are really trying to go the extra mile, like during the holiday seasons and stuff, when they're thinking about those things. Like,
Right.
hey, I'm well off. Let me take care of someone else. That needs to be the mindset in the community, year round. And the other day I saw there's like a new young men's home being built. A lot of great, advocacy places and places people can turn to for help in the area, which is very powerful and inspiring. So to everybody, I'm a huge supporter of you guys doing this, and I will be there certainly Sunday. Anybody who can make it, I hope you can get down there, show some support, bring some canned goods or box goods at the door, and It goes leaps and bounds. You know, I've personally had some interactions with people who are hard off, and just to be able to have a place where they can go and they know when I'm starving, I can have a meal or something. You know, it's overwhelming. It'll give you chills. So really,
and Roger Goodell's making his way out. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, I think just so you know too, this is going to be I think is going to be Murray, and apparently Oakland is working their bag off to move up to 2 or 3.
Oh wow.
So that's what I've seen. That's what I've seen on Twitter. So there might be something to this Haskins thing. So
I don't want to turn up the volume, but should I or just wait to read it?
I'm hoping Caleb is going to pull it up.
Coming up now.
Yeah, I'm working hard over.
He's at the podium.
Guys, just say.
Well, he's gonna. He's going to open the draft. He's opening the draft. Has he opened it yet?
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. Is he saying they're on the clock?
Oh no, I've got the Cardinals are on the clock. It said that for.
All right, so this is the pick. I think this is going to be Murray. So. Yeah, I think that's where we're at right now. And then, like I said, from what I'm seeing online, guys, it looks like they're gonna that the Raiders are working hard to get up.
Who's this dude up on the pole? Oh my God, these Nashville fans are awesome. These old Tennessee jackets and whatnot. That's
I
cool.
wanna see it, man.
That is so cool.
Toss it up on the edge here.
I'm working hard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there we go. I want to be able to see this. This is on Reddit?
Yeah.
All right.
And we're showing people how to leave our show. And
Yeah,
go to someplace else.
don't go anywhere
Nope,
else. Stay
it's
right
not
here with
anywhere
us.
else. Stay with us.
There we
so,
go.
Yeah,
big screen.
By the way, guys, I think it's fucking awesome too. I love that they've started to put the draft in these cities. I think it's way better than just Radio City Music Hall every year. Philly was nuts last year, I guess. So here's the no. This is Tim Brown. So Tim Brown wouldn't make the first pick.
He's getting drafted again?
He's got a card.
Roger Goodell slapping asses here.
Did.
There's Mariota. Yeah. So I think this is just them opening the draft.
Johnny, what's the clock you got? Or you had the clock up?
It just said they were on the clock. It didn't have an actual time.
Did you get to see Steve Berman like sweating like a fat pig again?
Yeah. Right.
Anyways,
good times.
So back to.
Oh, I can't do my reads now.
Why not?
Because it's over there.
Oh.
You got to do the
EJA moving company.
Not Volkswagen of Rome.
We got this, John.
Go back to sleep, dude. So, what about some of these later rounds? Any predictions on some of the later rounds?
You can always find value, man. I mean, there will be a guy that I was impressed. I was blown away with because I watched UB play one game this year. Tyree Jackson, the quarterback.
Oh yeah. Okay.
At the University of Buffalo, man, this guy is enormous. I don't know what this big, heavy-set African-American man just won, but he looks pretty excited about it.
He is pumped.
But yeah, I think one of my guys, Chicken. I think that's a good question. I think that Tyree Jackson could have a future in the NFL, and I think a team could get him late. And he's 6'7". He's all of 6'7" too. All right, and he's about 220. And the guy can just throw the ball. He can sling the ball.
Yeah.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah, he's a quarterback.
Oh, Maron, I thought you were talking about a DN.
No, man, I'm telling you something.
Right?
Like
No.
he's all of 220. Like he roster sheets at 220. Let's put it that way.
No.
So obviously he plays at 240.
No, he rosters at like 275.
No, Tyree, does he really?
From Buffalo?
Yeah, the quarterback.
Yeah, he rosters
does
like
really?
275, 280.
Wow, that's
I don't
a big
know
dude.
if he's that big.
It's like Ben Roethlisberger.
He's like Jared
Yeah.
Lorenzo.
Who
Double
just signed a 2-year deal, by the way?
$65 million, right?
Good cash.
Yeah.
It's $1 million for every age.
They don't keep him around long enough to teach Mason Rudolph.
He's 37 now.
All right, I'm a little off. 6'7", 269 pounds.
69 he rosters at. Wow. He might actually play at 69 too, so we'll see.
Damn.
And here's Roger Goodell, gentlemen, on the mic. There he has now just opened the draft, I believe.
I think we could just wait
Now
till
it
he
says
actually
the
announces
Cardinals
it.
run.
Cardinals are on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. It's a matter of time.
Yeah, so I think they'll take the
All right,
entire time. I
So
think
in the
it'll be
meantime, do you think Patriots try to fill their tight end need immediately, or do they go QB stock option? Or
I think that the Patriots might be in a play to move up too.
yeah, definitely. They got room to work.
That's one thing we missed.
Yeah, they have 12 picks.
Is
They can-
Gronkowski retired?
Guys, one thing we failed to mention. I think we talked about it a few weeks ago on the show, but I'll tell you something. The two Iowa guys, the tight ends from Iowa.
I know that's crazy. They're back to back in the list.
They're gonna be in the first round.
Did they run a double tight?
I mean, Iowa's long been known as like a
Jaguars take Hawkinson.
Yeah, I
think Jaguars take Hawkinson hands down.
I thought Detroit. I think Hawkinson goes to Detroit. I think Font's going to be. I think Font could be like a Drew Lock type guy. I think he could be the guy that moves anywhere in this first round. I think they both go in the first round.
Right.
Font could be the guy that could go at the end of the first round to like Oakland at like 27.
What do you think about the Jets taking a tight end?
Unless they were to move back, I don't think it's where they go.
Yeah, but for number one, like where they are.
Oh, at 3?
Yeah, you better us trade down.
The Jets either take Quinnen Williams or Bosa if he's there, which he won't be, or they move back, or they could take Josh Allen too. They liked Josh Allen. It's going to be those guys or move back. It's not going to be anybody else besides those 3.
All right, so there's 8.5 minutes left for the Cardinals to pick.
Yeah.
They just showed a caption of them of their booth. And they're not
even making
they're actively on the horn.
Yeah.
They're just sitting.
No.
So when you see the table at the draft, basically what that is that's 2 representatives from the team that are there that then report that pick to the commissioner. So any call that they're getting, it's going to be one call one time from the draft room in Arizona.
Okay.
So they're calling him once. It's funny. My boss with the sport I do this in, he was one of the guys at the table during our draft. So he said it was one of the coolest processes because you're looking. A lot of those tables are like it's like one legend and one guy from the front office, and so you're sitting at the table, you're talking, you're talking with the other guy. Really, those guys don't have a lot to say. They're the guys that go up and hand in the selection.
So that's all their job is.
Yeah, and it's and to cut down on the confusion because there's been confusion on those calls before.
Yeah.
They make one call and literally it's one name and a draft ID is spoken because every player has a draft ID number and basically when you read the pick you read the draft ID number. This is the way the commissioner takes it. They put the draft ID number in the first column and then the name and then the school and where he's going to go. So you're getting draft ID number and name and that's it. The reason it's gotten fucked up before is teams have read the wrong draft ID number.
Right.
There was a draft. It was 10. I think it was about 10 years or so ago. A team actually gave the wrong draft ID number, and they had to pull Roger Goodell back from the stage as he was walking out to change the player because they gave the wrong draft ID number. In turn, the NFL put the wrong guy's name on the card.
Or remember, like,
if you could imagine if you would be that guy.
Yeah. Remember a couple years ago, the Vikings ended up running out of time.
Yeah, right.
They lost their pick.
And that
really,
and that
you lose the pick if you run out of time.
What happens?
No, teams were running. We were there. Yeah. Teams were running up to the table to get ahead because at that point you can draft before the Vikings do.
They're
running. There's 2 teams stumbling over each other to get up to the fucking podium to get their picks in before the Vikings do.
The next team on the clock, so with the Vikings getting skipped, the next team on the clock gets their they can immediately make their pick whatever they want as long as they get it to the table, as John said, before the Vikings. And the next team up, if the Vikings, so say the next team up, for lack of a better example, is the Packers and then the Jets, right? So if the Packers then make their pick, okay, and the Packers make the pick, they give the Vikings, they go to the Vikings, they give the Vikings one chance. If the Vikings can't make the pick, then immediately the next team goes and makes the pick.
I think they should do that with every draft.
They get one chance of refusal.
I believe 2 teams made it to the fucking podium before the Vikings.
2 teams did. The Vikings. The Vikings.
I think they should do that with every draft. Like the first round, the first draft of the, like the number 1 pick, you have like 3 teams, right? The 3 teams, like, so you would have, the Cardinals, 49ers, and Jets, right? And they got to rush to get the pick, right? They get that fight.
Like XFL?
Yeah. And they can use weapons.
Yeah.
It was a lot more interesting.
Seriously, it was so crazy. We're sitting there like,
where did you guys see this?
Well, we were in Madison Square Garden.
Oh, wow.
We fucking went. We fucking drove out to fucking New York. So we did this all in one day.
He had a frog in his pocket because I sure the hell wasn't there.
No, that's right. It was me, Pat, and Baby Huey. That's right. And
yes, Baby Huey.
Yeah, you brought a baby. That seems responsible.
Bandage is saying that this is more build up than the Kentucky Derby. Just make it pick. Yeah,
can't wait for the Derby.
I know, right? You're just sitting there. Make the fucking pick.
Always pick the 20-1.
Yeah, right. Not in this field. I mean, just, you know what though? Like, I want to reiterate the point because I think it's. I think it. Hopefully, it'll segue in nice to this pick. But think about how fucking cool. Think about how fucking cool it could be to be drafted 9th overall in the MLB draft, and then drafted 1st overall.
Yeah.
In the NFL draft. Like, dude, that's at 5, 10, and 1/8. All right.
Patrick Mahomes already
207, 5'10", and 1/8. I mean, dude, this kid is something special. I'm telling you something. I mean, who knows where his career could go? Who knows where his development could go? We know that's just doing it in college and doing it now is not even half the game. It's 20% of it. Now it's go time. Let's see.
I hope for this kid that Oakland makes a play for him.
He's no Chad Kanoff.
Because look at Arizona. They're going to waste his talent there. Arizona, they're that team that always wastes talent.
Yeah.
And he's not going to Stanford. He's not going to Jets. So you go to Oakland, you got Gruden. You got Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
You got a
Tyrell Williams.
They'll probably tailor that to his strengths. If he made what's his name, Gannon, a star quarterback, I think he can do something with this kid.
Who's the tight end in Oakland now? Because they got rid of Jared Cook, who was fucking killing.
There's really
dude, he's
going to
be awesome with the fucking New Orleans.
He was their leading receiver.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's going to be filthy.
There's nobody there. I don't think we're gonna. It's going to be a run either on these. It's going to be a run on quarterbacks. These first 10 picks that will hopefully be around for. It's going to be a run on quarterbacks and defensive players.
And
that's the value, and we might see one offensive lineman
I
sprinkled
missed
in
it.
there.
Did you say somebody's mom?
I go Ann Silvert's mom.
Ah, damn it!
We're doing a run on.
I had to have him repeat my mom's joke. Son of a bitch.
No, I'm with you, Caleb. I think it's a mad dash for the top defensive line, edge rushers, and quarterbacks.
Dude, they're so talented. You're going to get teams getting to the point in this draft where they're going to sit there when they're on the clock and say, how do you pass up on this immense defensive talent here? Even a team I could see getting down to you said it a minute ago about going tight end with Jacksonville. You could even get down to Jacksonville, and if one of these dudes are still there, then it's like, how do you maybe not?
They got to get Nick Foles some weapons right now.
Yeah. I mean, I
got the running game.
I agree, but at the same time, when you get to certain spots, it's hard to say no. If you're the Jets sitting there at 3, and Quinnen Williams is arguably one of the best defensive players in this draft or to go in the draft in the last 2 years, can you say no? Or do you trade back? I mean, I understand trade back gets you more, as you put it, you said the word perfectly earlier, Chicken, equity.
Right.
Equity is the word, and equity always has value. But, man, if you can take a player like that, that's fucking special. That's pretty special. It's like I think Johnny's team's going to get into that spot, too, with Tampa Bay. They're going to get into that spot where it's like, okay,
you pick the best talent available.
We can have Josh Allen right now. And he's a dude. Like it's tough for these teams.
You're a dude.
It's tough for these teams to make these decisions and say, holy shit, like when push comes to shove, this is what we got to take. And that's why I think
Arizona is seriously fucking taking
Somebody's
this long.
on the phone.
They're taking calls right now.
Minute 20 left, guys.
What the shit?
Ladies and gentlemen, brought to you live from the 2019 NFL Draft.
What the fuck do you not have your fucking mind made up right now? How do teams not?
They do.
How do teams not try to get to them? Why are you taking this long? You've had the first pick since fucking January.
Maybe they're taking calls. You never know, man. Maybe they're contemplating trades right now just to be fucking.
This is always killed.
You never know. Someone might jump up and be like, "Here, I'll give you fucking 5 picks."
100% right. Johnny goes.
The pick is in, gentlemen. The pick is in.
Scripted.
Ladies
drama.
and gentlemen, here we go.
Yeah, I think
Countdown.
this is going to be Kyler Murray.
First pick should never take
NFL/WWE draft.
Yeah. This is going to be Murray, and you're right, John. It shouldn't take this long. It should be. To be honest with you,
36 seconds to go. Pick is in.
I thought it was going to be 5 minutes.
9.5 minutes you had to take to know that you were going to draft Kyler Murray.
And now these two got to look at it.
It started at 8. It's 25 fucking after.
They didn't open the draft till like 14 after.
Yeah.
Bananagrams.
No, I mean it's a spectacle, and to be honest, I fucking love the spectacle. I love the draft.
I do too.
I love the draft. I mean, it's a fun event. It gets you excited about your team too.
Years ago, I used to have a big draft party at the house. We'd take bets and blah blah blah.
Had a big board.
Well, what the fuck?
Right. I did have a big board. My
what
man,
the fuck?
He remembers.
Come on, man.
This is going on. Christ, 20 years ago.
Well,
yeah,
you're never too old.
20 years ago, where they wrote the picks down. They didn't get them.
They only had like
on stone
picks.
tablets.
Yeah, to use those. You ever seen those things by
back when fantasy football was out of the paper?
Those like things they have like directions on them, and they have like cities and
maps.
Yeah, those. Yeah, they used to use those. You used to have one behind the seat in the car, or in the trunk, maybe the big ass things.
That's still we're still waiting.
I still trust a physical map a hell of a lot more than a GPS most of the time.
Sometimes, yeah, you're right about that. then figure the construction out from there.
Especially in Pittsburgh.
Here's Roger, gentlemen. Here's Roger. Here
Can we
goes
turn the
Kyler
volume
Murray.
up for this or no?
No. They'll post it. I'm sure.
It's going to say it right here. It's going to say
Arizona
Kyler
Cardinals
Murray.
Selection is.
And good for Arizona.
Dun, 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 dun.
Kyler
Kyler Murray.
And good
quarterback
for
from
Arizona.
Oklahoma,
Big
of course.
surprise.
Big fucking shocker.
And good
All
for
right.
Arizona. Hey, you got your guy for the future. This is the guy that your coach wanted. This is it all sets up right. There's nothing to be disappointed about if you're Arizona.
Hey, he does look fly in that pink suit, by the way.
Unless you're Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen is super pissed right now.
Oh, he's furious.
He's pissed, but it makes him that much hungrier to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Competition's a good thing.
Like,
Now we can wait and see the rest of the night if he goes somewhere else, or in the weeks to come.
Hundley just went fuck.
It could be.
He had a chance.
He's like a fucking third string now.
I think we could see. I think we could see a Rosen move like tonight or tomorrow. I don't think you'll see it during the first round because I don't think he precludes a
We
first
would have
round
seen
pick.
it already.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think we would have seen that.
if they were going to move him,
I think they keep
during
Rosen.
the draft. They would have seen it already.
I think they keep Rosen. The same reason Baltimore's
you
keeping
can't-
RG3 on the roster. And Lamar Jackson.
There's no way you can sit these two down in the same room together.
But
The way the salary
Rosen's
cap
still on a rookie contract.
Yeah, the
though.
way
I
the
mean,
salary cap's worked out is financially it's not hurting him. This is helping him. This is helping him.
But
Seriously.
but if you're Arizona, you do this kid a favor. You move him somewhere else where he has more of a service to a team, where he can go to New York.
You're a business, not a charity.
Yeah.
You don't do favors.
I understand you're a business, but what is the point of putting this kid in the quarterback room with Kyler Murray?
I just don't.
What
see
benefit do you get out of that?
Well, they're both on the team. They both have.
But there's no benefit of the two of them sitting there. It's just going to be
RG3
it's going to be Kyler Murray like this the whole time.
They're both going to suck because they've done as little as possible to help him on the O-line. They've hired two fucking old dudes. All right?
All you have is two high-level collegiate players. I mean, to say either one is better than the other right now,
Yeah.
that would
They're
just be
both gonna
arbitrary.
suck.
You brought in
you can't
two
say
linemen
that.
with 22 years of combined experience.
Right.
If
They're
you
both
want
gonna suck.
me to
arthritis.
take if you want me to take a quarterback 1-1 in the draft and put him on the bench with a quarterback that I took the previous year 1-6 1-9 in the or 1-6 of the draft.
One of the three, yeah.
1-6 in the draft. And you want me to put them on the practice field together and you want me to get the best out of both of them? You're fucking nuts. One of them has to go. And it's Rosen. Rosen's going somewhere, and hopefully he goes to New York. And good for you, Giants fans, because you know what? Giants fans, you just got the ability to pick a skill player at 6 and a skill player at 17. And here you go. Here's your chance.
Competition breeds perfection.
No, it doesn't. Not in this situation. Competition in a 21 in two 21-year-olds' heads just fucking sits there and moves around. You give the fucking because you know what works at 21? Swag. You give the fucking swag to Kyler Murray and you tell him he's the dude. You take Josh Rosen and you say, "Sorry, man, it didn't work out. Different regime."
It didn't work out. He didn't get a fucking chance.
One season.
It doesn't matter.
No, it's not even one season.
It didn't work out. It didn't work out. Did it work out? Because if Josh Rosen had worked out,
you brought him in, but you didn't help him. You didn't fucking help him.
If Josh,
they didn't help fucking Kyler Murray. The situation's not going to change.
With yet again another rookie.
Yes,
coach.
because Kyler Murray's better than Josh Rosen. It will change. And it's a new coach, and this is the coach that wants Kyler Murray. So what you've just said to Josh Rosen is we don't want you. So you want to leave them both in the locker room?
Right. You're 100% right. That's what they said. I can't argue with you. So the best thing for Josh Rosen is to get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's got to be.
I'm finally on board with you.
So
now he's got to go.
How's the egg on your face?
And this is a layup,
How's
guys.
the egg on your face right now? You started the show saying Josh Rosen's not going anywhere.
But guys, I like listen.
That was 3 minutes ago.
He finally talked me into it.
I totally appreciate your guys' point of competition. I'm not downplaying that. You're totally right about that. You have to have somebody there pushing, but at the same point, this is the time for Josh Rosen to go somewhere else and be the dude. And he will be the dude, hopefully, somewhere else.
Yeah.
And hopefully there's another team that values him just as much. Because there's a lot of teams last year, if you guys remember, in the draft, that valued Rosen.
No,
they tried to
hang
trade
on.
up for Rosen.
The team that drafted you just gave up on you.
Yeah.
Does another team want to take that chance?
But we don't know.
It's not. But
guys,
but
How does Kyler Murray feel that he's coming to a team where the quarterback got let go?
And that's what Dave's bringing up. He goes, Rosen is lucky, Murray's doomed. And that's a good point because maybe Rosen's like, get me the hell out of this dump. I don't want to play here.
Right. Dave, that's a good
maybe his
point.
attitude's like the reason why they're going this route and saying out of here because he's not a guy that keeps his mouth shut. You know,
You're right.
Rosen's got a big mouth.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
he's
you're
got
right.
a chip on his shoulder. He's been like mouthing off since he got drafted. Want to make everybody pay for it.
That's true. He did say that a lot.
So this kid might be sitting there like a little bitch.
He was
crying the
10th,
whole
I
time.
genuinely
10th overall.
I genuinely, and just to follow up on a point John just made, I genuinely wanted to be very, very clear that I don't think this team is giving up on Josh Rosen. I think this team took the opportunity to see value in what they wanted here. This team,
Best player available.
What this team did.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Sure.
What this
Okay.
team did was gave up on Steve Wilkes. This team gave up on Steve Wilkes last year, and then they fired him. All right.
Yeah, but he didn't draft Rosen.
Yes, he did. He was the head coach.
Wilkes
who drafted
did, yes.
him.
They have a GM, correct?
Time, but but your coach, your GM are part of the draft process. You're not going to take. Wait, you think that this was all Steve Keim's pick? This was no, fuck no. This was Cliff Kingsbury's pick in Arizona.
No, I'm talking last year.
Last year it was Wilkes and Keim, just like this year it's Wilkes and Kingsbury.
Okay, they need a new GM.
And next year is going to be
really.
And so that's another point too. That's a very good point too. They should have fucking got rid of Steve Keim a long fucking
This
time
guy's
ago.
got more fucking
49ers pick
waffles.
is already in. Minute and 30 seconds into it.
This guy's got more
Bosa.
waffles than fucking IHOP.
Yeah, here goes Bosa.
Yeah,
guys.
here goes
this
Nick
is, This
Bosa,
was
for
pretty
sure.
easy for them.
Yeah.
This was a layup for them, I think.
Yeah.
I told you that was going to happen.
Yep. Sure you did. Pretty sure you said they were trading up. Whatever.
And gentlemen, let's go to Twitter and just see how crazy this is going to be.
I feel like we're
Yeah, there you go. All right.
And good for Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa's a great
Yes.
guy. Nick Bosa was part of the typical draft day. Let's dig through his Twitter. He got banged up earlier about having following a white supremacy group on Twitter and stuff like that. This is the typical day of the draft. It's the Laramie. It's the Laramie.
Well, then you're getting into that. What's his name?
It's the Laramie Tunsil effect.
What's his name? The D-end Montez Sweat. Sorry.
What a great
well, he had some good news today.
Oh boy,
his heart palpitations were
diagnosed.
Let's
Really?
go. So
Let's go.
Good for him.
He should. He might actually move up a little bit. In the draft.
Excellent.
Now, do you think they held that for a little bit?
Oh, I'm surprised it made it out today.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like
I'm
it wouldn't
not.
get out today, but they hold it as long as
I would have
you
thought
can.
more tomorrow or Sunday.
You guys have to remember today too.
Yeah.
Today is the ultimate day of teams posturing. Teams saying, like, if you're the Jets and you loved Bosa, well, let's fucking dig through Nick Bosa's background and let's find a way for him to slide.
Yeah.
Slide to us.
Right.
It's Laramie Tunsil.
Ah.
Laramie Tunsil. Before the fucking gas mask, Laramie
Remember that?
Tunsil was probably going third
I
overall.
remember that,
In
dude.
Miami literally
felt
sat
so
there
bad
and
for
was
that
like,
kid. Me too.
Clouds, let's go, baby. Come on. And Miami was like, oh, this is going to happen. And I think Miami made that pick in probably 15 seconds.
Wow.
They ran the guy right up to the stand and said, yeah, we'll take Laramie Tunsil. This would be great.
Right.
And we'll help him get over his problem.
Right.
Sure.
Here we go. Hey,
I didn't even think about it like that. It's a very tactical move.
Today is the day.
Fucking dig up the dirt, man.
Ultimate
Bring them your way.
tactical moves, yeah.
If you can't go get them, bring them your way.
It's almost like politics. You
It
know,
is.
you
Yes.
gotta
Oh, it is.
Sling them up,
It
make
is.
them look bad, and then
Well, in today's day and age, you can put any blemish and blow it up into a full-blown fucking scandal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This is where the madness starts, guys. This is where I'm all over Twitter at this moment because I think we're gonna get something breaking here, and I think it's gonna be.
It's your Jets.
This is the Jets. This is where the craziness happens. This is where
Jets pick a kicker.
this is right. This is where you're gonna see. This is where you could see a team come up. This is and John. I'm sorry about this, but I think the Jets are gonna take all the time in the world here to make. This
It drives me crazy.
Yeah, I know
but I
it
don't
does.
blame them because
you're right.
they are in a key spot.
Yeah.
While they have needs at O-line, they would be overdrafting if they got him now.
Dude, exactly.
He's really more of a number 6. You know, it's
But who's your next option?
You're thinking Keenan Williams?
right,
or-
and that's the thing. So
Maybe Josh
It's
Allen?
really 3 picks. An overreach? No, it's not. If
that's
it's
the
your
guy you
need,
want,
yeah.
right.
If it's your need, you're doing just fine.
This is either going to be.
But I'm going to listen. You know,
Banish brought up a good point. He said JETS suck.
A good point.
Yeah, Dave brought up a good point.
This is one of three things, guys. This is going to be Williams. This is going to be Ed Oliver, the D tackle from Clemson, or it's going to be a trade. And if it's going to be a trade, then you're going to see it probably in the next 2 minutes because the team, whoever they trade for, will be on the clock for the same amount of time the Jets have. So with John talking about the skipping picks, this could come into effect here. I'm surprised the trade hasn't been announced yet, but we will see. I mean, maybe the Jets. I mean, if they go Williams, I'll be ecstatic here. The Jets can't make a bad pick here. I'll be honest with you. They can't.
got a lot of
The Chicago Bears said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, but they can't. They really can't miss here. I don't think. There's a way that it's a bad pick. So we'll see. But
So you're thinking definitely defensive lineman or a trade?
it's defensive line or it's a trade.
Now, you don't think you don't think they take Josh Allen this early?
They could take Josh Allen this early. I mean, Josh Allen also profiles a little bit to come off the edge at like a DN position, I think.
No, Josh Allen? No, he's not. He's not. No, hang on. He's not a stretch at this.
No,
it's not
I think
a stretch.
it's feasible.
No. He's been rumored. He's been rumored with the Jets too. So.
Yeah. I have him anywhere between 1 and 10. Absolutely,
guys. But I'm telling you,
kind of like my wiener.
I think we should buckle up here because I think Jets are trading out. Schefter just tweeted the Jets are trading out of 3.
Okay, so don't believe it.
That
Yeah.
means nothing. That means 24/7 Sports. Just put it on.
Right.
No, Chef, this is
no. They're making news. Look.
That means we just put it on.
The
Shit.
Jets are trading out. We're gonna see it right here.
Jet.
Who's this?
That's the Chargers.
What's that?
And
Oh, that's
That was
recap. Oh man.
Yeah, Joey Boza.
Yeah, Joey.
I was like, what the fuck is that? The Chargers got in here.
Yeah, they're running up to the podium.
The Chargers get to third.
Yep.
Wow.
So
Jets, big move. 3 minutes left.
So are you
Somebody
happy
better
the Jets
have their
trade?
pick ready.
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that the Jets are trading out. Yeah, and I think Johnny's right. I think
but just because he knows it's coming in.
This is a
jackpot.
trade.
What do you think's trading out?
This is a trade. I to be honest with you, there's
the Lions.
There's
the Bengals.
Oh my.
The Bears. The Bears. I want you to say the Bears, dude. Come on.
I think.
Nah, Bears.
Ain't gonna happen.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's either Miami, Buffalo, or like
I think Buffalo.
maybe.
Could it be the Broncos?
You actually think do interdivision? They're going to trade interdivision?
Maybe the Packers trade up to get Dwayne Haskins.
Of course they would trade.
It
in division,
has
but that
to
doesn't
be-
mean anything. Chicken. Trading in division is not a thing.
At that
It's like,
high,
it's
yes,
the
it is.
NFL. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Yes,
No, it
does.
doesn't. Okay.
Absolutely.
When you got to face somebody twice a year, yes, it does.
If you're Bill, guys, it doesn't.
you
it doesn't-
rocked that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you blew that baby up there, Robbie.
I've got poopy.
Yes, we're 5.
How would you have that?
Dude, that was the most perfect.
When are they going to say that they're trading out here?
Never mind. They found they couldn't agree on it. They're picking.
Adam Schefter, full of shit. Hashtag.
All right,
Chicken.
I'm going against you, Caleb. I'm saying Jawan Taylor.
I said Juwan. I said
They're gonna
Juwan
take.
Taylor.
They're gonna take the best player on the board right now.
I say Juwan
Williams. I think it's Williams. It's Williams or it's Allen.
Hit the X on the screen on the top.
I think they're going to take Juwan Man.
Dude, that was the most perfect
Bad
fucking
movie.
sound clip. I got poopies. Dude. Oh my God.
The pick is in.
Pick is in, guys. Wow. I almost passed out from coughing of laughter over there.
Big time. Sorry.
It's all right.
Let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can get it before.
No
the
worse
draft.
than that fart Caleb laid last year.
Burned my nose hair on that stuff.
What happened?
It's Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
The Jets are going to take Quinnen Williams. You heard it here first.
All right, that is.
The Jets are taking Quinnen Williams.
Wow.
Thank
okay.
God.
That's
a
it's a
phenomenal
quality pick.
That is a phenomenal pick.
That's taking
What do
the
you
best
have?
on the
You have
board.
someone there live texting you the info.
Just saw it on Twitter, gentlemen. Twitter always has everything before.
Adam
he
Schefter
does.
can suck stuff.
Bandage.
Quinnen Williams is a great pick.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm fine with it. It's not an immediate need, but they went with what's best available, and that's fine because now that is probably going to cause a chain reaction of things to happen.
Yeah, and
because it is weird. It's because Juwan Taylor, even though that's their high need right now, he's not worth a number fucking.
It doesn't. He's not worth going up there to 3.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. And you have to. Again, you have to combine best available with best on the board.
Yep.
So who are Raiders going?
Well, this is going to be.
So they're not trading out of that.
I think they trade.
I think this is going to get
Raiders
wild.
take Ed Oliver.
If they were going to trade, they would have traded up. Then now they get to keep what they got.
I think they take Ed Oliver.
Raiders are trading down.
No, I think why? They don't need more picks. They've got 3 fucking first-round picks. There's no reason to trade down.
Yeah, they got Williams.
Yep. I love it.
I say Raiders take.
Well, Jets also made some
Ed Oliver, man.
some big offseason picks too. Did they like some free agency for the defense as well?
Yeah. I mean, this is a great pick for the Jets, man. I mean, this defensive line that they're going to have is going to be unbelievable. I mean, with Leo Williams, with the new Williams, and now with a linebacking core that includes Davis as well as the new guy, C.J. Mosley.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, the defense is getting stout. This is a prize for the Jets. This is that pick that I was talking about a little while ago. This is that pick that you take. They took the best player on the board.
So Raiders go Josh Allen here then.
I don't think so.
Aren't the Jets notorious for making draft picks?
They need to make up for Khalil
their
Mack.
fans go
The loss.
Oliver. I think Ed Oliver. I think that's their pick, man. I've seen them scouting him out. The guy is very physical.
That's fine. Okay, then
totally.
Yeah.
I agree. It's got to be one of the two. They either take Allen or Oliver.
Or do you think they go Metcalf?
No, not this early. No, he's good. He's strong, but he's not the best wide receiver to ever come out of the draft class.
But he's got to go.
Do you think he could
Number
bench press?
two
He's still got to sharpen it. Yeah, he could bench press me through the fucking roof.
But you go 2 against Antonio Brown.
All he's going to do is roughhouse the guy. Like he needs route running work still, footwork and stuff.
Who to learn better under than Antonio Brown?
Okay, yeah, but they just got Tyrell Williams from the Chargers, who was their second best wideout, and he was filthy at the long ball. You got Antonio Brown who can run short routes, slants, and all that. You get Tyrell Williams going deep. You get another tight end here in the offseason. I think they got all the weapons they need in terms of catching the ball. You need someone to rush the other end of it.
You know about the long ball.
Yeah, big long ball.
Go long or go home.
I'm just playing big boy.
Trying to be a little different here, just see like a different outlook.
No, yeah, devil's advocate. Totally, someone's got to be here talking to us rationally
or irrational.
Checks and balances. Yeah, I got it.
I love
better than
pick,
fucking
guys.
Adam Schefter.
Like I said, a professional amateur opinions.
Big Johnny Muhammad, who you think is going next?
Dude, so far we're more spot on than fucking Adam Schefter. I'm serious. He comes out and fucking posts that Jets are trading, and then it doesn't happen. Dude, seriously. You want to get stuff out there so much first that it's so fucking wrong. It's not journalism.
I feel like.
Then again, Twitter is not journalism either, but apparently that's where you have to go to get your news these days.
Yeah, like 7 minutes before everyone else.
Fucking
Raiders are on the clock. We got 5 minutes, 37 seconds left and counting. I'm saying Big John here thinks they're trading. I think they're gonna stick with it. It's a good position to get a good defensive lineman. I'm thinking Ed Oliver over Josh Allen, but either are very physical defensive players, and that's what they need.
Well, this just in is that the Raiders lost. They're lost. They're done.
The Raiders went 0-12 in this draft.
They're done. Never mind. Move on.
They got 8 picks, 3 in the first round. That's sweet.
I could see. I'll tell you something before, but I've got to run and grab another cocktail here. But I could see Johnny over there. I could see Johnny over there at 4 with them trading out. I think they stay. I think they make the pick, and I think they get a new quarterback, and I think it's Haskins.
Who's that? The Raiders?
I can see them.
You talking about the Raiders?
Yeah, I can. Okay, I'm looking. I can see them drafting a quarterback, or as crazy as it sounds, because they have so many picks to play around with, I can see them going for like Jacobs.
Didn't we say that earlier? And Caleb said, "Fucking no way."
I mean,
no, I could see it. Listen, if there were somebody you would want to get out of all the 32 first picks, it would be Jacobs for a running back. Now that you have Marshawn Lynch, are you going to just risk the biscuit that you're going to get a running back that'll? I mean, who's the secondary there? I don't even know.
They could trade down at that point. They really could.
So, I mean, then you go after
I just
Allen,
sat here and screamed that they're not going to trade down, but At that point,
know.
they should have.
So now that they go
Jacobs is
Allen,
their-
right?
This is what I love about draft day, though. It's all over the place. Your emotions,
They
your
go
thought
Josh Allen.
process.
Well, he was saying that they had been scouting Ed Oliver.
Ed Oliver, big time, dude. I'm saying Ed Oliver.
So
Who are you taking?
I'm thinking Allen then. If
Allen?
If you're
Okay.
thinking to go defense,
See, I'm not crazy.
yes, you are.
I just Googled to see what LA, if there's any chatter, what they're doing. Kyler Murray goes to Cards. Broncos trade with Raiders to land quarterback 19 minutes ago from CBS Sports. Even they think there's going to be a trade.
Wow.
I don't see that happening.
For the
don't-
Broncos?
Broncos just got Flacco.
Yeah, getting Flacco, who just had the issue of having a new rookie quarterback put him out of his job.
Right.
You're going to take the guy onto your team just to have another rookie quarterback put him out of his job?
That's happened before.
Yeah, but I mean, fucking, what are you going to get out of the guy when you want him to play?
Let's totally throw a guy's fucking confidence down
I'd
the
fucking
toilet.
throw 12 interceptions and tell you to fire me. Like, well,
Right.
You know? Fuck you.
Thanks for the cash.
Yeah, thanks, dude. See ya. You already gave me promised money.
The one.
Wait. Didn't that happen to your boy
Casey?
Casey Kane. You know?
Isn't he with the Redskins now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy, don't start with that guy again. The one point I want to make about fuck you. The one point that I want to give Johnny props on is this: whatever the Raiders do in the first round, and once we go off the air and people keep this in mind, they're going to do something fucked up. All right, they're going to do something.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to do
Absolutely.
something. Mayock and Gruden running this draft. Okay, Mayock's a very, very good, great draft mind, and Gruden is a crazy motherfucker. Okay, as we've heard, some of us aren't the biggest fans of Gruden. Dave, I know you're out there listening.
We lost
but
the feed.
I'll tell you something.
Oh, we did. Oh shit.
It's going to be wild. It's going to be an interesting pick here. So let's see what we've got. Let's see
Yeah, I
what
was
the
going to
Twitter
say, hit me with the
tells us.
Twitter feed because we lost our.
I think it's that commercial, guys. I think that's why you don't see anything.
I lost the internet. Hang on.
My phone's dead still. You ain't got to worry about me.
So you're thinking Raiders are going to trade with
the Broncos I don't
for
know.
a quarterback? Is that what you're saying, Johnny?
I do.
For which quarterback?
Drew Lock.
It's a hell of a ballsy call, Johnny. Hell of a ballsy
Can't see,
call.
and with Elway,
I think the Bengals.
I mean, I can't be any more wrong than anybody else.
True.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a hell of a call.
It's not like I'm just making pulling something out of my ass. I'm making a legitimate play that obviously CBS Sports seems to think the same thing 20 minutes ago.
$1:27 left on the clock.
Oh man.
At this point, I don't think a trade's coming in. It's too late.
Yeah, I would agree. I would tend to agree with Johnny.
Again,
can somebody turn down the?
No, that's
that was Edibicola Adiola.
That's Bowie in the back.
I don't see them, doing something conventional either. I can see them
Nice save there.
possibly going a quarterback
the
or
choice.
Jacobs at running back.
Yeah, this is going to
Jacobs would surprise me. Ed Oliver
this
would.
early.
He shouldn't be this high, but
Ed Oliver makes the most sense.
Yeah, we shouldn't be
probably.
this high, but when you're working in this kind of draft class, it's very.
This is a good
it's
point.
Weird water to walk.
Jason Lockenfora, who's a football writer, tweets this is a decent point too. If the Raiders take Allen or White, I guess
Pick us
I guess they like Allen too or White, the linebacker. I'd expect the Bucks to. He says he expects the Bucks to already have the other card written for the other guy that they don't take, either Allen or White. So, which
Really?
makes sense to me. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It's about right. I mean, I think I don't think Josh Allen gets past Tampa Bay here. So it's either here or Tampa Bay. I think.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and you're going to get a great player. I mean,
Yeah.
and you have to remember too. Oakland needs to start rebuilding that defense too. That defense is
Shambles,
is
yeah.
absolutely in shambles too. This is a kid to build around. It's you. And I'm not trying to blow my Jets too much here, but you think about it. You build with
Too late.
Leonard,
You go.
well, you build with Leonard Williams at D tackle, Jamal Adams at safety now, and then you bring in C.J. Mosley, and now you have another D lineman going to the 3-4. I mean, this is a pretty good pick, for them, and it's what the Raiders kind of need to look to on defense here. So
Pick is in.
Raiders taking Clemson D and Clelin Farrell. That was 1 minute ago.
What?
yeah, I think this is going to surprise a lot of people here.
No way.
That's
Clelin Farrell.
Colin Farrell is going to.
No, it's Clellan.
Yeah.
Really?
That is actually the
that's
pick.
what I
Clelin
said.
Farrell.
That's what I said.
No
they were going to
fucking
do something
way.
crazy.
I told you this was going to be a wild pick. This
What?
is a
Hang on.
Hold on,
stretch and a
let's see
half.
this. I want to see this show up on the
Sheets.
fucking TV.
Dude,
Bandage just hit his head.
Clelin Farrell.
This is a pretty. Guys, I'll tell you something.
They saw something.
They saw something and they liked him. This is Mayock.
Can't argue that. I mean, he's in the top fucking 17 players. I mean,
look at the Raiders fans. They're like, huh?
I mean, guys, you're talking about a Clemson D line. This is your Clemson D line. You ready? Here it is. Ready? So we're talking.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, yeah.
Dexter Lawrence, Christian Wilkins, Clelin Ferrell, and there's one more.
So this is
that's the thing. He played for a great defense.
So this is the Shane McClellan of this year's draft?
Shane McClellan. You're
this
right.
Is Shane McClellan of this year's draft, right?
Yeah.
This is that pick, gentlemen, I talked about a little while ago.
The big reach.
This is a feeling.
The Raiders said this week they were going to shock the world with their...
I did not see that coming at all.
With
They were scouting
their pick,
Oliver
which is
so
why
much.
I really thought I expected a trade. I fully did.
Yeah,
I didn't
wow.
expect.
Now Tampa Bay has
Look at
no
him.
clue
You
what
know
to do.
Good for him.
My
Good for
thing,
this fucking
yeah, great
kid,
for this guy. I mean, this is awesome. And Johnny, this is where it's that go and get your guy stance. But here's my problem when you have 3 picks in the first round.
Yeah,
is that you take at 4 for me. If I'm the guy making the pick, this is me personally speaking. I'm taking the best player on my board. I don't know if this guy was or not. Maybe he was the best player on their board.
Right.
And then if I really, really love him and he's still there later on in the draft, I'm going to trade those 2 other picks for him if that's what I want.
Yeah.
This is a very, very weird pick. This is a very, very I to be honest with you,
it's outside the realm of our thought.
You haven't heard this guy being talked about in this spot at all. And this is the Oakland Raiders.
But
this is it.
Just because we haven't heard him talked about up this high in the draft doesn't mean that he played on a great defense.
Right.
He is a great player.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not really that much of a reach.
No.
It is in the scheme of the draft.
Yeah.
But I can see how they put him this high. So. But I'm with you. You take the best available. You take your 2 picks later in the draft, and you trade up to 10 or 14, where you can still get them.
Yeah.
And this is here Tampa Bay.
I mean, that was so out of the box. That's
but
crazy.
this is what I hate about the draft, because the 2 weeks leading up to the draft is literally just the biggest bunch of horse shit coming out of every camp. So you can't believe. I mean, all these rankings and shit I got, they don't mean.
I was going to say, Colin
Dookie.
Farrell projected to go
Dude,
17.
they don't mean anything.
They've got to see something in him.
Posturing. It's posturing.
Fuck, Tom Brady went 199 overall.
Right.
Come on.
Guys, it's posturing.
Dave said he's all in on Cleveland now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's a tough pick to swallow for Browns fans.
So now you have like Tampa Bay. They had their 2 picks.
They got to take Allen or Ed Oliver. They've got to.
So I think they're going Allen.
These guys are electric.
Guys, let's put it this way.
Boogie woogie woogie.
When this pick was announced on Twitter and this was said by two writers that work in the NFL that are very, very, very well known.
Fucking stretching the time.
You're talking about 2 writers that said the Raiders are taking Clemson DN Clelin Ferrell, and then had to put for real after it. That explains to you the magnitude of this.
Nobody
pick.
saw that.
Who turned that on?
JP.
He's going to work on getting it up.
Oh, all right.
Yo, if you can do this, my man, that'd be great.
Yeah, I mean this. Dude,
wow.
That was a very Johnny. Let's go to your Bucks here. Let's talk about it. We're on the clock. We're on the clock. I mean,
best player out there for need, I think, is Ed Oliver.
Yeah.
For defensive line.
Yep.
Where we need the most help is the offensive line, but I think it's too high to use the pick on Juwan Taylor right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have this scary feeling for some reason they're going to draft a quarterback.
You think?
You think they take Haskins?
I have a scary feeling that they're going to take Haskins.
If they don't,
you've been pretty on
really
point with
do.
your guesses. So
if they don't take Haskins, they're taking Josh Allen.
No Metcalf this high up?
No,
I don't think Metcalf goes.
I don't even think honestly.
Well, we need a running back.
I don't think
obviously.
Metcalf goes first round.
I think he does, and I think he fits. I think he
I don't
goes.
think he does.
Metcalf would be like Green Bay's second pick. I think maybe.
Maybe.
That would so make me mad.
Or maybe the Patriots.
Green Bay's
crazy
second
shit.
pick.
Yeah, they have 2.
This is really weird.
No, I wouldn't.
This is weird, isn't it?
I mean, I expected something weird out of the Raiders, but I expected a trade. I didn't expect.
Yeah, I thought for sure I thought the Raiders were going to trade up.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
Yes. A lot of like the chatter on CBS Sports and whatnot was that they were going to trade up for the number 1 pick to draft Murray.
That's what I thought too.
this is also going to translate too. Now, if you're the Giants, your decision just got made just a little bit harder because Johnny, as much as I can is the gut feeling that you might have about the quarterback. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't either. But
and I think
it's either that or the poopies.
I like.
That comes after the pick.
It's like you hear the toilet flushing. That's what I think my draft is going to be.
I got poopies.
Go ahead, Caleb.
I like where you were going with that, Oliver. I think that could be the guy. I think it could be him. And now you're at the spot. If you're the Giants, you now have to start talking about what quarterback did you really, really love, and do you love Josh Allen enough to go over and take that quarterback? Because I don't think Josh Allen goes to Tampa Bay here. I don't think it makes sense. I think Ed Oliver would be the pick if it's anybody.
But you got somebody play opposite of JPP.
Yeah. You're right.
Now
you're
you
right. I mean,
make
it's
him
not,
even more dangerous.
But this is going to puts the Giants in a crazy position as we talked earlier.
Our defensive line is terrible, though. That's where the real need is.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you look at the games with Fitzpatrick where he was passing for 500+ yards a game. We're winning games and still giving up almost 700 yards a game. There's a problem.
I was going to say, what were they ranked in terms of yards given up last season? Do you know offhand?
Probably one of the worst in the league.
Pretty poopies.
Probably 28th, 29th.
New word of the night.
Yeah, dude.
The pick is in.
The pick is in.
Dun, 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 dun.
Actually, don't spoil this one, Caleb.
I won't.
Yeah. I want this to be.
He wants to wait on the 2-minute delay.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it for you.
He knows, and he's fucking sick of it. He's walking out.
I just want the disappointment.
He's like,
when it
what
comes
the fuck?
across the
They
screen.
took a quarterback. They took Haskins.
I appreciate him now.
They took Haskins. No, they didn't. They took Oliver. Looking at Caleb's face over there.
And he's out.
They took Williams.
They took their damn time is what they took.
Right?
Yeah. Seriously, what they're taking.
I mean, again, I think the top 3 picks were foregone conclusions, and that's exactly what happened.
My goodness.
Yeah, but I thought we were going to see some, the past couple of years, we've seen some crazy trades in the first couple picks. And I thought for sure, with the need at quarterback and the lack of need at quarterback that the first, 5 teams, I thought for sure somebody was going to move up. But so far, only one quarterback.
I think a lot of people are comfortable with the fact that it's a defense-oriented draft, and they feel like they can wait to get the quarterback. So when they feel it's a pressing issue, and another team, like if it gets to Cincinnati and the Giants waste their pick coming up, and they don't have a quarterback yet, they might move up. I don't know. But
the Giants. Josh Allen.
I'm a Buccaneers fan. Every draft is a defense-oriented draft.
Josh Allen and
you draft young.
Buccaneers selection is
defense. We got nothing. We're still waiting. And my goodness.
The Bucs select.
Hey, dead air.
In the 2019 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select.
Nobody.
He's going to be the one that reads it, whoever that is.
Come on, Ed Oliver.
It is Santa Claus in the
Oh, we got it.
We're live.
Yeah, turn that down. We don't want to be sued, but awesome. Thanks.
Can you put the CCTV on them?
Actually, that's only, would you believe, only 5 seconds ahead of our stream here. So.
All right,
cool.
Awesome.
That was thank you for Mr. JP Schofield.
Yeah, is that the guy from the baseline?
The baseline.
Is that the guy from the baseline?
Wow, okay.
He knows a little bit about football too, I guess.
Devin White.
It's a good pick, Johnny.
That's a good. You said that. You said White. That's
like we said, it was White or Allen returning the other card, and the Raiders turned in the wrong card. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Your defense gets better.
Yeah, what is this boy doing?
But like you said,
I don't
you
have
needed
a problem
line
with it.
help.
Again, I would rather have had line over line. Our linebackers are decent. We didn't really need to.
But maybe they think
right now to go out, but
maybe they think they can get better D-line help in the second round. Maybe there's a couple guys in the second round that they liked that they didn't want to waste a first-round pick on a D-liner.
Well, I think everybody could say that these are not the first 5 picks that we probably would have anticipated. So maybe other teams are probably getting thrown off. Maybe some of the guys that we projected to go early on, these top 10s,
honestly,
maybe they wait.
I may not even next year. Seriously, this was fucking pointless.
No, this is a great sheet.
No, it's a great sheet. No, it keeps us privy to it. Absolutely.
But John, it's exactly like we were talking about earlier, and we had made the point together. It's about what you want.
Right.
That's
Now-
the guys in the room. Like we can sit here and fucking Monday morning quarterback all we want.
Right.
But once you get in that room and what your need is and even down to
And it's just guesswork. I get it.
exactly. And even down to what your even down to what your linebackers coach believes in. What's his technique?
Right. Yeah.
What are the guys he likes to
How's
play?
it fit at scheme? How does it fit the scheme? Well, it's just going back to last year. Richard Sherman thought that like guys like Mel Kiper should be paid based on their how accurate they are, and I'm like, dude. It's fucking guesswork.
It's a crapshoot.
It's because you're not in those war rooms. You're not in those war rooms. You're not talking to the linebackers coach and finding out what hardcore. What do we need? What's that gut feeling you have?
Yeah.
All you're getting is smoke blown up your. Mel Kiper's getting smoke blown up his ass just so other teams don't get a whiff of what you're truly feeling.
Yeah. Well, see, but here's the thing with like. When you pick a linebacker like this, we've seen teams that like build their defenses behind a linebacker.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Urlacher and
he was drafted as a safety.
It's Derek Brooks. and
Hardy Nickerson.
Hardy Nickerson, right. So like you need and you gotta also figure like Tampa Bay went to the Super Bowl on a stout defense. You know what I mean? So that's a town that wants another good stout defense. And when you got a JPP in there, now that you got your good inside linebacker. Now you can start building off of that. And
Quan Alexander is still there, right?
Yeah,
the linebacker. Yeah, so I mean, it's another piece for him. So it's a great pickup.
Yeah,
I want to.
Not Booger McFarland. It was they get the interior lineman on Tampa Bay.
Fuck.
I was gonna say Booger McFarland, but that was many years ago.
Yeah, right.
No, what's his name?
Dude's a stud.
Refrigerator Perry. No.
Come on, Johnny. This is your team.
But anyways, they're looking that up. The point that John just made is a perfect point, and it's a point that I reiterate. I've said a couple times on this show, and I have to say it again. You have to realize that half the battle in a lot of these things is posturing. It's an agent. See, you have to take these reporters, these Adam Schefters of the world, these Rappaports of the world, those different type of guys. They're getting reports from not only agents but teams. So if you're an agent and you want your guy to maybe you want him to go to a certain team because you see, hey, that's a good opportunity for him. Like it's where it fits. They'll go to these guys and have them put something out in the media. It's that part of the game. It's like you made a good point, and Sill's gone, so we can crack on this quick. But it's just like the political sphere of this country now. When you put something out and you move something and you move people to think about something a certain way, then okay, hey, like that's perfect. For instance. Let's go back to Laramie Tunsil too. Again, a few years ago with the mask and what they tried to do with Nick Bosa today, looking at who he follows on Twitter.
Right.
It's those things that go on that you're like, holy fuck, like these guys are, you never know. You never know what's going on, and these teams put these things out for posture.
Giants pick.
How about the Giants, guys?
Giants, they're taking Dwayne Haskins.
I think this is going to be Haskins.
Haskins or Allen?
Haskins or Ed Oliver, I'll say. Haskins or Oliver.
I'm going to go Haskins here, definitely. This is going to be the big pick.
Vita Vea?
What's that?
Vita Vea, defensive tackle you're talking about?
My
From
phone
Washington?
died while I was in the middle of it. No, that's not.
No, Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
lineman.
No. I was talking about their inside linemen. Their defensive linemen.
Yeah.
They're shit on the D line.
My phone died. I was in the middle of looking at it. It's
Vita Vea.
No,
I wasn't sure. Is this a Samsung charger? Yes, it is.
So Giants are on. Let's see who they're going to pick.
Dwayne Haskins.
Here's the Giants pick, gentlemen. I think this could be Haskins.
Can they have a new quarterback in New York?
Fucking finally.
We'll see.
Let's hope. They're all hoping for Haskins.
Oh, it's a weird. Daniel Jones. They got their new quarterback.
They got a quarterback.
From Duke.
Wow.
Why not Haskins?
Crazy pick,
I wonder.
gentlemen. That's the guy they liked. As Johnny made the point earlier, you have to go back to what he said earlier. You go up and get your guy.
Whoever's the best on the depth chart is not always who's the best fit for your team.
Exactly. Right. Where does he fit? Where do you go up? What move do you make? It's a push and a pull. It's what does this guy have? Is there intangibles there? Is there there's got to be something where he met well with them, where he checked all the boxes. And you know what? For all of you Giants fans out there, or anybody who might be sleeping on this pick or pissed off about this pick or anything like that, you went and got your guy, and don't forget that. Don't forget that you went and got the guy. Believe in this guy. It's like Mitchell Trubisky. Believe in that guy.
Is this the guy that if they pick Haskins and there's a push that he's got to start? Is this the guy that like the team feels comfortable if he could sit behind Eli for a year or two and not be pushed to get on the field?
That's what you drafted him for.
a couple of bad games. How quick are they calling for Eli to get off the field and putting him in to start?
Game 2.
I don't know. I'd like to welcome Mr. JP from the Baseline. How you doing, brother?
What's up, buddy?
JP, what's up,
Turn
baby?
me on.
You're on.
There it is.
Yeah,
Yo, thanks for getting us on
How would
the TV.
How would you like to be turned on?
I got it.
His D-line debut.
It is.
By the way,
that's right.
By the way,
Welcome.
I've got to make a plug for JP and the D line too.
You mean baseline?
And I guess the baseline. Sorry, well, I'll make the
That's
plug.
all.
For the D-line.
It's okay. You can make a plug for the D-line,
But I'll
too.
tell you something. If you want any John Silbreth facts, okay, buried deep away, and you want to just really stick it up the ass of any of your friends at a bar or win yourself a beer, follow the Baseline, follow JP on his Facebook page, and the guy will give you everything you need. JP told me, what was it, JP, the other day about the popping out to first base? It's the first
Joey
time.
Votto, yeah.
Joey
6,800 plus at bats in his career. He is left-handed and had never popped out to the first baseman ever in his career.
That's what you get with the Baseline, boys.
Wow.
All right.
That's an impressive statistic.
Here, I'll give you a good one right now. The San Francisco Giants. This is a good one to watch if you're going for it. They're about to set a major league record. We're 26 games into the season. They have failed to score in the first inning.
There it is. John Silbreth, gentlemen. John Silbreth's on the Baseline.
That's stuff you want to watch out for.
You know, when you lean back, Caleb, you can kind of see the resemblance.
You know, there is.
This is like my once-a-year guest appearance with the info that I come in with.
There's a good reason for me to be sitting here, though. I mean, it is apropos given the fact that Kyler Murray went number 1, becoming the first player to ever get drafted in the first round of the NFL draft and the Major League draft.
Yeah.
And just to show you how highly of a touted player he was in Major League Baseball, he was drafted in the first round. Bo Jackson, I believe, was a 4th-round pick. Deion Sanders was a 30th-round pick the second time around by the New York Yankees. He was a 5th-round pick the first time by, I believe, the Royals drafted him. So just to tell you how highly thought of he was in the world of baseball. The thing is, back in that day, it was feasible to go to Major League Baseball when you're drafted in the top 5 rounds in Major League Baseball. That's like getting drafted in the first round of the NFL draft here.
Right.
It's that significant because there's 64 rounds and supplemental rounds and competitive balance rounds. So it's a deep draft.
It's crazy.
But to go in the first round, especially to a team like Oakland who really values their athletes, and not
the A's,
yeah.
I still laugh.
Baseball.
Oh well, yeah. I forgot that he got drafted by the Raiders here. They'll be the Vegas Raiders soon enough. But it just goes to show you how the early money in the NFL is there versus the early money in Major League Baseball.
That's where it's at.
Right now, with the collective bargaining agreement in Major League Baseball, the good stars don't get paid until they're 30 years old. And in the NFL, they're going to sign the slotting bonuses here for the first round are going to be astronomical.
We'll get $8 million.
And that's more than a baseball player will see in his first 5 years. And he's got to ride the buses.
Yeah.
So,
JP,
I don't blame him.
What do you feel about this pick by the Giants? Picking Daniel Jones.
I'm blown away.
The 4th-ranked quarterback.
They gave him a D as a score.
Really?
I mean, he's
draft score.
Wait, you already got draft scores going on?
Yeah, they do them as they're coming in.
Y'all motherfuckers.
Let's put it this way. He's a big arm quarterback from a smart school. So they obviously saw something in the meetings they liked. They saw a developmental chance because we know
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
We know the developmental opportunity is there with Eli having another year.
But you pick up Ryan Fitzpatrick first round.
So, guys, let's just talk Jacksonville here quick.
It's about they're going tight end.
They're going to go. I mean, this could be tight end, but there's there's a lot
but
of.
Now I don't even know because like the past
you've got
3
Oliver,
picks,
you've got Oliver left, you got Allen left. Like this is the Bills. The Bills are salivating.
No offensive line has been taken so far.
None of us thought that Allen or
usually
Oliver
there's
would
one
make
or
it this
two
far.
in the first 5.
I just did. Yeah, you're
Pick
right,
us in.
Chicken. But I just didn't think it would go that high.
Pick
I'm
us
gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say it's Oliver, but I mean it could be really.
I think Hockenson or maybe Oliver. I just can't believe Oliver's.
Do they
still
go
on
up
the
for
board.
Dillard? Do they go up for Dillard and just really try to solidify that, or Taylor? I'm sorry, and just try to solidify that offensive line for Fournette? That's another option here.
I think
nice.
Taylor is the way they're going to go.
Let's go. I'm going to go Taylor here. I think it's going to be Juwan Taylor.
That'd be good.
And good for. And I think it's a sensible pick for Jacksonville. But you never know. They gave $30 million to Nick Foles, gentlemen. So we'll see here. So. But Roger Goodell's at the podium now.
Well, yeah, you want to protect that investment.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make sense here.
Yeah. So I think it could be Williams. Let's see. What do we got here?
Josh Allen.
They picked the best available.
Yes,
Great pick.
that was a great pick.
Great fucking
Great
pick.
On an already good defense.
I like that pick.
Yeah, you got Jalen Ramsey back there. Yeah, these guys are electric now.
Again,
Big Dick Nick throwing the ball around.
I feel like
Yeah,
their
it's gonna be
defense
good
took a little
team.
bit of step back from the year before. Now this would be a great pick for them to, get a good edge rusher. I like it.
Man, how do I get my hands on some of these suits these guys are wearing?
You got to make millions of dollars.
I guess so. That thing looks like
Gentlemen, we're
fucking turtle skin or something.
I wanna remind everyone, and Johnny might be right about Denver going and getting their quarterback. We're sitting here at 8 and 9 with Detroit and Buffalo, who are not quarterback needy teams.
No, they have no reason to move.
And here comes Denver at 10. And if you're and I'll tell you something right now. If with Detroit and Buffalo still on the clock and these quality players still left, I mean, you're talking about the Broncos having a realistic chance of looking at Dwayne Haskins right there. I mean, because I think that Detroit probably, obviously they aren't going quarterback, and I don't know if they'd trade because I think they value somebody at this pick. And Buffalo, I don't think the only thing I thought Buffalo might do is trade up, and they might fucking get the guy that they wanted.
They might get their guy that they want.
That's what's crazy about the draft. Everybody's sitting because they see everybody making these crazy drastic moves. Everybody has.
Hang on, it's crazy to us.
Right.
It's crazy to
And
us
it's
just because of the
calculated.
information that we have.
Right.
But
behind the scenes, it's very calculated, I'm sure. But yeah,
What I like, do you ever watch the movie Draft Day?
yes, I was just watching
Great
it the
movie.
other day for this, dude.
Right, and it gives you a good behind the scenes,
Yeah.
obviously dramatic, over dramatic, but wow,
Kevin
like
Costner,
behind
yeah.
the scenes look at what goes on in the war room at
Seriously.
a draft,
Dude,
it's kind of cool.
You're absolutely. It's such a cool environment. I mean, it's a lot of guys, and you stand up for your opinion, and that's why you eliminate a lot of the talk in the room of this whole saga that happened with the Raiders this week, which is absolutely normal, and people we're just trying to make a big deal about it. But that's the thing, you get down to just having the core of people making decisions, and if guys don't agree, it's fucking shit you go to war for. These are this is the future of your team. This is a pick that changes everything.
Yeah.
I mean, JP.
So no, you've been in these war rooms, right?
I have not. But I know how they go. I've seen them on teleconferences.
Yeah, I knew you were.
He's been a fluffer.
JP made the absolute point. I mean, think about this. If you're talking about the future of a team, all right, and even in baseball with the A's picking Kyler Murray, they now that doesn't exist. Like Kyler Murray's gone. He won't play baseball. That is crushing for a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
If your first round pick doesn't work out and you don't get it right, that's crushing. That's
So
wait a minute.
Back in the day, Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, dual sports out of the question nowadays.
I think it is. JP, what do you think? I mean, I would say dual is probably out. I think it's pretty much out.
Duel at the quarterback position more than likely is out. I find it hard to believe. I've heard that once or twice. I find it hard to believe that any NFL franchise is going to invest into a franchise quarterback and allow him to go and A, get hurt playing another sport on his own time, and B, invest his time into playing another sport when he really needs to invest his time.
Wait, so the A's just lose their draft pick then?
Yeah. So they lose that.
Sucks.
So what happens is they lose because he didn't sign. He gives back a portion of his signing bonus because he was technically signed for a little while. Then what happens is the A's get what's called a compensatory pick. So the A's will get a pick at that exact spot because that pick didn't sign. They actually went back and changed this because Murray did sign and then went to the draft. So the A's will get a pick at 8 this year.
Okay.
They'll get a pick at 8 overall this year. Right after 9.
Competitive round A.
Yeah, they'll get a pick. So
Okay.
they get fucked.
Yeah.
You have to wear it somehow because
That
you
sucks.
you also have to remember you have to do.
But they own his rights too.
Yeah, you do own his rights. It's like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's rights are owned by
The New York
owned by
Yankees.
and he's on their AA roster in case anybody wanted to know.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is,
unfortunately,
Russell Wilson is a candidate right now, in my opinion, even though he just keeps re-signing and re-signing. I don't think that's the type of guy that wants to take the punishment. Yeah. So what is he, about 29 years old now, right in that neighborhood? You got to figure 31, 32. If he's done enough in the game, he's got a fallback. He can go play second base for 3 or 4 years. He's good enough. But Kyler Murray's definitely good enough.
Yeah.
So if Kyler Murray has a couple bombed years here in the NFL, he's got he's a definite fallback.
He's got a good alternate.
So who do we think the Lions take?
I think shit. What do they even need?
What do you think, Johnny?
My buddy Dave Pasquale.
Well, here's where
watching here.
Here's where you can go, Jamal. They fucking Matthew Stafford just.
Yeah, I think they go with Taylor.
Fuck.
I go with the offensive line.
You think they go with Taylor?
They need a lineman.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah,
I could take it. I could see it. Why not? Yeah.
I could see that, or just.
I mean, Stafford's not even good for playing a full season anymore, is he?
Does Ed Oliver overwhelm them or no?
I think they need a wide receiver. They need a running back. I mean, last year they thought they got their running back, not so much.
Problem is Stafford keeps getting killed.
And now he has no. I mean, he had Megatron. He's gone. Then they had.
That's what I was
Golden
thinking.
Tate. He's gone.
I think if you add, just because
they got
of
so many
how,
holes.
because of how crazy
my
it's
mom.
going, I think that to add a blocker, to add a catcher, I think they add a tight end.
I think this is.
I think they
Hockenson.
take a tight end and take Hockenson.
I think this is Hockenson. I think they like him. I also think you guys have to remember the one thing to remember too is I think that Matt Patricia values a big tight end.
Well, here's what we got to ask:
Gronk?
Are the Patriots interested in Hockenson? Because then the
No,
Lions
Hockenson. Yeah, exactly. Hockenson goes here. I think this is Hockenson.
Yeah, let's go. Pick is in Detroit Lions 2000.
Patricia gets his tight end. He understands the value of the tight end, and I think this is him. I think this is T.J. Hockenson from the Iowa.
I'm going to say Metcalf.
I don't like how Roger Goodell always talks with his lips like pissed.
I'm going to say they got to go wide receiver because
Hockenson.
you got
fucking A.
Wow,
Right
you
here.
got it.
Good call, Caleb.
Good. Hey, Zach's here too. Hey. I'm pretty sure I said that right next to him.
You just copied him.
Fucking bullshit.
I like that pick. I mean, it makes the most
No,
sense.
it does.
And
No,
ladies
it's
and
not a bad
gentlemen,
pick.
It's a great pick.
the
It's a great
fucking
pick.
Bills, the fucking Bills are
Now-
in it right now.
the
For all
Bill-
you Bills fans, this is good for you. Good for you, Buffalo, because
You made it.
you're gonna get another great player this year too.
Yeah, that's
You can't lose here. You get think about it. You can get the heir apparent to Kyle Williams right here. Go and get Ed Oliver. This is it. Go ahead and do it.
You
this
got
is,
to.
This is Ed Oliver. Unless there is, Denver doesn't need to trade down.
Oliver's still on the board. Taylor's still on the board.
Yeah.
Bush is still on the board. You got
yeah.
every tight end. still on the
Montez Sweat
board.
isn't a terrible
You got
option.
every receiver still on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this is.
I don't think
good
I
for
don't think they're
Buffalo.
going to use a draft pick on a running back or a quarterback.
No.
So I think
This
Oliver.
is
maybe they go for Metcalf. Maybe they go.
I don't think
I
they
don't
bite
think
on
they-
Metcalf.
I don't think they do. I don't think
I
anybody
think just
bites
because of
on
Cole
Metcalf.
Beasley signing and the kid who came on late at the end of the year, the Brown kid.
Yeah, but they're still not number ones. They're still not number one wide receiver.
I don't
But
think
I don't know if
Metcalf is either.
DJ
Okay.
Metcalf is either.
like I said.
Thank you.
Buffalo needs a right tackle.
Yeah.
Jawan Taylor plays tackle.
This does make a lot of sense.
That
The
makes
offensive
sense.
line
This
is
is-
the other way to go here. Yeah, that might be a layup too, John. You might be right about that.
And
Well,
that's the other
Jordan
thing.
Williams
You
comes from
need-
Bama, and those
Allen
guys are
needs
bred different.
a better
That
line.
wouldn't be a bad pick
Allen
either.
needs somebody in front.
He does. He needs a line big time. I think this is. Then let's put it this way.
This
Is
fell into their lap. I
is
mean,
this-
really, if they pass on this fucking golden egg,
It's Oliver or Taylor. It's either
Yeah,
Ed Oliver
okay.
on the D line or Taylor on the offensive line.
Yes.
I'd be
I
happy
agree.
either way if I were them.
I'm with you on that.
And I don't think it'll take them long to make this pick. And then Big Johnny might
They're 5 minutes in.
And either way, unless they go,
Big Johnny might have laid it up. Well, so when the pick, by
unless
the
they,
way-
unless they make a move like the Raiders, there's none of the top picks. You can't lose with them.
yeah,
No,
John,
seriously.
John. By the way, so when the pick goes when it says the pick is in, the next team's clock starts.
Right? No, I know.
That's a beautiful
I
part
think
of
they
this
take
thing.
Cole
Right. That's great. It moves it along fast. Yeah.
Guys, I think they're taking Cole Tracy. First kicker.
Kickers, you'd be surprised. I would think they would take more value this year after
stock,
all the
yeah.
shit kicking going
That's
on
a good
the past
point.
2 years.
I bet probably third round they just go berserk on kickers and punters and stuff.
And we're getting film on a tight end. I believe I did say tight end for Buffalo. Looking at they do need a tight end earlier.
Well, this is Hawkins.
No, that's Hockenson.
Oh, this is Hockenson.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Basketball end.
Yeah, well, so the Bills, the Bills tight end wise just got Tyler Croft, which I
Right,
think
no,
he's,
I know,
he's
but,
not proving. You're right. You're right. You're
But
right.
it's
about that.
still not a hole filler.
And
It's not that wow.
And most of these teams go double
I got a
tight
hole
end
filler.
sets. too.
Hawkinson's kind of like a Jesse James type who just got traded to the fucking
Jesse James.
yeah, to the not the Panthers. Somebody.
No, he just signed with somebody. I forgot who.
Yeah, I forgot too who.
I'm not
But
sure.
yeah, he's a big physical guy. He can block. I think that's a great pick for them.
Dude, this. It's crazy. To
I
think
would
that
like to see the Lions do
that
something.
I was gonna have two. I was gonna have 2 first round picks at tight end.
Detroit Lions. Jesse James.
I think you said 2 quarterbacks by the
So
first
there you go.
5.
So you've got Hawkinson and Jesse James together in Detroit.
Oh, he went to the Lions.
Yeah, so now that
Oh,
makes
yeah.
even less sense.
Well, no, it's the same thing the Steelers did. They got Jesse James and Vance McDonald. They both worked very well, and then they got a lot of value out of Jesse James by trading, which makes sense.
Johnny, Gerald McCoy was the name I was thinking of.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Didn't Gerald McCoy pass away?
Huh?
Who's the D tackle that
Gaines.
Oh, yeah. Who
It was Gaines.
Yeah, Gaines Adams.
Yep. Bears traded for him, then he died.
I
in
think
training camp.
I think if this isn't Haskins, it's crazy because like Caleb had said at the beginning of the show, I would have honestly probably pegged the two quarterbacks, Haskins and Murray, to go top 10.
If you told me Daniel Jones was going to go before Locke or Haskins, I would have told you.
Exactly. Isn't that crazy? I mean, it just goes to show. 2 hours later, we don't even know what the fuck we're talking
But if
about.
you're, but if you're,
football, baby.
if you're the Giants and you're not sure that Dwayne or Daniel Jones would get to 17, then
And the Bills pick is in.
the Bills pick is in, Bills fans, and I think it's going to be D or O line help. Here you go. It is. I don't think the Bills could fuck this one up too bad.
Let's go Buffalo.
Yeah. I think they should throw somebody through a table when they do this.
I'm not
Oh, there's more. Martin.
And Adam Schefter,
Adam Schefter,
making up
you
bullshit.
should literally be fucking jobless right now after that.
What do the Bills need?
Mortensen shopping at
Everything.
the same.
Yeah.
He's shopping at the same stores as the picks.
Lineman, tight end, linebacker, cornerback. Montez Sweat.
I think it's going to be Oliver.
All right.
Why did they go to Schefter? Who the fuck cares?
Right.
Yeah. Schefter, like, what,
Hey,
what's
let's
Schefter
say
going to
You're
do?
right. 1 in 12.
Oliver and Taylor, we're all in agreement.
Let's have worse stats than a metrologist.
Hey.
You know.
Yeah.
I got pro grade shit over
Meteorologist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I might actually like. I might like.
What's
I mean,
that, John?
actually
Was that
like-
intentionally?
No, I did. I totally fucked up.
Oh, that's so
One
funny.
second. What
I
was
like
that?
Buffalo's need for Taylor more than Oliver, but I think Oliver is the best player.
Yeah.
Better
that they
of the
can
two.
take. Yeah, the better
Yeah,
of
that
the
makes
two.
sense.
Well, he's the best player out there that they can take
You see, the
for
thing,
a lineman.
Right.
I like Wilkins a lot there.
Dominique?
He's at the same position as Oliver. Christian
Yeah, I
Wilkins
can
from
see that
Clemson.
from Clemson, yeah.
Big run stuffer, 6'3", 315. Played a lot of big games at Clemson.
Let's see they take.
Good on
So
the
it's going to be a
pass.
Clemson guy, you think, or Andy Houston?
No, I don't know what the Bills' needs are.
Oh, she's pumped.
But he-
Oliver.
took
All
out.
right. There.
That
Caleb was right.
They didn't like Wilkins as much as I did.
Guys, it looks like we're making it to the 10th pick. This is great.
Best player on the
This is great.
board. So
All right.
he was still the best player out there.
I would like if you guys are down with it, I'd like to stick around and see where Haskins goes. If you guys got, I think it's going to be in the next pick or two. Or
You think he's going to go to
done?
Denver? You
I have
think?
nowhere to be.
Let's do it.
Do you guys got a couple more picks in you?
Yeah, let's
we'll
go.
go a couple more. Is that all right?
I'm not timed out.
I got nothing.
It's just beer.
It's just
Right.
beer.
We got beer.
I might need another beer.
How about, in honor of
Well,
my
no, we were
first
going out
guest
for
appearance
beer.
on your show,
Right, that's what
how
I'm like,
about we stick around until the first hurricane is taken?
Jesus, we'll be here forever.
No, you're looking at late first, early second for Gerald
Kip Miller
Willis.
just chimed in. No. Actually, Kip was supposed to join us today.
Short, squatty, Vince Wilfork-esque Gerald Willis is going to be a run disruptor
I don't
for years
have
to come in the NFL.
I don't have a Miami player in the first 46 ranked here.
We got Gerald Willis.
Where is it?
Oh, he's the only Miami player you have.
I know. Oh,
yeah, he should be. Joe Jackson
he's
should
not
be after that. Looking at about a third round grade on Joe Jackson, another defensive lineman, defensive end type.
Shoeless
and
Joe
then,
Jackson.
Travis Homer got a 4 to 5 round.
Knowing him
grade, so.
shirtless, Joe Jackson.
Shoeless Joe Jackson. Penetration.
What a great word just to put up there alone.
Yeah. I thought it would have been kind of cool to have two guys named Josh Allen on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
You know, but they compare him to Aaron Donald. I mean, that's big right there. Comparing someone to Aaron Donald, hand use, penetration.
I mean,
yeah, you guys do like a professional show. Well, this is not. This is like the bastard child of the D.
They don't break balls like us?
No.
Why do you think they'd never put us on?
power hand
So if they're focusing on hand usage and penetration, are we talking fisting now? or-
and power.
Who's up for the
Well,
reverse
the only
bowling
people
ball?
we break the balls of the players, the actual players, and try to get a response. You know,
Guys, I think the next
Johnny Field.
the next big question to bring up here is Haskins going to be the third or fourth quarterback to go in this round?
I'm going to throw you a curveball with
Let's hear it.
with your Denver pick, with them going QB.
I don't think they're going to go QB.
Who's their coach now?
I don't think they're going to go QB. I think they're going to go defense.
Yeah, they're going defense.
It's worthy to note that there is a local connection sitting in that war room right now.
Yeah,
A guy by the name of AJ Durso. AJ, I believe, a 1997 graduate of Utica Proctor High School, is most certainly sitting in the Denver war room right now. I believe he's the director of forward scouting or player development, something for the Denver Broncos. So
awesome,
interesting of note. And a few picks ago, we had Detroit on the clock, and Matt Patricia, Vernon, New York,
Verona Sheriff,
a VVS graduate. So
Red Devil,
local connections, and then the first Michigan player to come off the board. You got a guy, a 99 graduate of Utica Proctor, is the director of football operations for the University of Michigan, Mr. Mark Torsani. So a lot of stuff going on in football and local connections.
It was good. It was good to see, especially Torsani landing. He was a Bielema guy.
Yeah.
A big Brett Bielema guy.
Yeah, so he followed Bielema from Wisconsin to Arkansas, and then he latched on with Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, and then he got a spot with Harbaugh. So I mean, good for him. Like you said, the local connections we always like to.
Yeah, there's at least 3 in this draft.
Yeah.
At least 3.
You go to Vernon lately, they got like signs everywhere. Like, this is where Matt Patricia lives.
I
It's
do.
so
My
great. It's so great.
lovely girlfriend is from that area.
Awesome.
So
we'll send her a card.
Poor girl.
I agree.
So just because you do the baseline show.
Yes.
But Vic Fangio is the coach of the
Is there
Broncos.
any,
sorry.
Any update from last night on Nick Birdie?
I didn't see any update yet, but I know
Nick Birdie finally blew out. Did he finally blow out?
Yeah, he got hit by a Randy Johnson fastball.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
boy.
Right in the elbow.
Birdie.
So,
I'm saying Denver's going to go defense because of Vic Fangio. I think he wants to rebuild that defense.
who was preaching Denver taking a quarterback this whole game? Not
Johnny.
Johnny, was it?
Big
You
Johnny.
think they're taking Haskins?
Tyler, no.
I think Drew Lock.
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock
Lock is who they're big on.
I don't think Haskins is here. I think it's Drew Lock. I mean,
He's pissed. He's on his. They're showing a live view of Haskins. Just him and his girl are just both on their phone, not amused with the draft day.
so that right there tells you that he's not going to be with the Broncos. That
Well,
picture
he was
right
just
there.
defending himself early.
He would
I
be
was
on-
watching something. The words out. He runs more than that he's a better runner than he is a passer, and he had to defend himself. I was when I saw that, I was out doing throwing practice, so it's crap. But
Yeah. I mean, that picture was kind of the ultimate telling sign that Denver's not going that direction. So it's either going to be, it could be Locke. I mean, Johnny could have nailed this one right on the head.
I think
it could be
Haskins
Locke.
goes to Cincinnati.
And the whole thing,
I think so too.
Cincinnati, he fell right in their lap.
the whole thing with the Raiders
Dalton's
trade. If the
not- Raiders
Raiders were going to go out and do something,
Gentlemen,
like
you
that,
want to? Can I interrupt? here
Denver
quick?
had no reason
I'm
to
sorry,
trade
this
up.
pick's been traded.
Oh, they did trade.
They traded the pick.
The Pittsburgh Steelers have moved up to pick 10.
Oh.
Here it is, gentlemen.
Well, it's not a QB. We know that.
So you know,
Care, baby.
could it be though?
They're doing. I know what they're doing.
Would they give
They're
up?
trying to get that.
They're going to Juwan.
Do you want to know the pick or
No, who are they going?
No, not offensive line. I
So
wouldn't.
they're
Steelers-
Did they trade
Montez-
the 20th pick? They're dropping back
Montez
to
Sweat.
20.
I'm saying probably Montez Sweat.
I could tell you the pick too if you want it. Do you want to know it or no?
Who it is?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Who'd it come from?
It's Devin Bush. The
Devin
linebacker.
Bush.
That's
from Michigan.
From
That's
Michigan.
really good.
Michigan.
I said it when we started. You got Bud Dupree off his contract next year. You lost Shazier. You only got TJ Watt in the linebacker core. You need some help. I think that's a fucking killer move.
But did you need to draft this?
So the trade
Until you find out
Johnny,
that
it's not
they
a
traded
race.
4 picks.
He's right where he's getting drafted. Almost right where he was predicted.
The trade is Denver traded pick 10 to the Steelers for pick 20, 52 as well in this draft. That's their second, and a 2020 third. That's a heavy haul to go up and get.
Wow.
That's a good grab
heavy
for
haul.
Denver. That's smart for Denver. right?
heavy haul.
Especially
It is
since
heavy.
if they want Locke, he's probably still going to be there at 20.
Yeah, a 2023 is a little much, but I mean we got 10 picks to work with. If we take 8, well, I'll be okay with that.
20 and 52. I mean, when's the next pick for the Steelers after? Was it 52? Do you know? I'm not sure.
I wouldn't know, yeah.
No big deal. But yeah, I mean it's a good pick. It's a good trade.
Yeah,
I knew we needed to acquire a new linebacker. That makes me really happy.
And good, and I think Denver might have just moved right into Johnny's wheelhouse.
I did not
for what
fucking-
Johnny thinks.
I never would have pegged the Steelers to move up for that though. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that shows like some aggressive decision making. So
yeah,
awesome.
I'm surprised. Our first trade, and I thought there would be more.
yeah.
I thought there would be more in the first round. So
I thought for sure too.
Pittsburgh drafts 20, 52nd, 66th, 83rd.
So you've got 60,
122nd, 141st, 175, 192, 207, and 219.
So now look at this. Okay, so now you got Cincy on, which I'm thinking they got to move away from Dalton.
Yep.
So you bring in now you got you got Haskins still out there, you got Locke still out there, and then you got Green Bay. They're not going quarterback. So then you got Miami, and Miami could use a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Because they made no moves. Like, what they got? Fitzmagic? Fitztragic? Whatever. Which one you got? Well, they got them both. So I'm thinking Miami's definitely going to take a quarterback.
Wow.
But now they don't have to really trade for anything because they could just sit where they are.
That is a great pick. I'm super stoked.
Ryan Shazier's replacement.
Yeah, seriously though.
So
Well, that's big.
Yeah.
That's a big move right there. Finally, we got a big trade.
Yeah,
I expected more.
That is a big trade. And
I really did too. I'm
I think
bummed it took this long.
At 60.
What is he wearing? What what is that getup?
Yeah. I don't know. Silver's got the same thing. But I don't know. I like that pick for the Steelers. They got to boost up that defense as well.
Absolutely.
That's their bread and butter. That in the running game.
Huge holes. We were giving up way too many yards and points last year, so this is a great fill-in. I'm very happy with that pick. And now, who's next now? So, Cincy. I think Cincy needs a QB, man.
I think they.
How many years have we been saying Andy Dalton's not going to have?
And here's the thing:
what
if they don't pick a QB, they're going to get destroyed.
Yeah.
Their fans, everyone's going to destroy them.
Seriously.
There's a video on Twitter.
Everybody's
right
sick
now.
of the shit.
There's a video on Twitter right now when the Giants pick was announced. Dwayne Haskins is on his phone and he laughs at his phone. It's pretty funny. It's literally him like on his phone, and they make the pick. Like you can hear it in the background. They make the pick, and he just starts shitting himself.
He's gonna be the Baker Mayfield or not? He's gonna be the.
Watch him stick it to him for the next.
He's gonna be the Manziel of this draft.
Watch him stick
On
it
his
to him for
phone.
the next 10 years. For the next 10
Haskins,
years in Washington. Go ahead. It's.
Oh, Washington. Yeah, now that throws another curveball because they can make a move. Now they got the quarterbacks up there. They don't have to give that much up.
Yeah,
They might make a move.
Man, I love John. By the way, I want to give you a lot of credit on the needs for the Bengals: O-line, linebacker, D-back, running back, quarterback. Wow, they need fucking every.
Yeah. They need an offense.
Defense.
I ran out of room.
They need a whole goddamn new team. Huh? Okay, all right.
You forgot coach.
Big fucking ups to you on that one. And now here's the thing too. You're talking about Chicken. Actually, you kind of just jostled my memory saying it. I mean, this is a team with a new coach, Zach Taylor, who was the quarterback coach in Los Angeles. Maybe he wants his quarterback here, but maybe this isn't the year for his quarterback. This guy's going to be very calculated on what quarterback he wants to do this. I mean, does it make sense to get a quarterback this year when you're not going to compete this year and maybe next year's the time to get the quarterback?
I say you get him now. He's in your lap. Get him now. You know what I mean? Like, what are your chances that you're going to get a guy projected to go in the first 3 picks fall to your lap this far?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You take him like the Aaron Rodgers.
Best available. You just.
I almost wonder if the Steelers had like an inside scoop that the Bengals might have wanted Bush here, and they just said not in our division.
Probably, yeah.
Probably, right?
Usually that's what happens.
Yep.
Or somebody just puts out that like that's kind of what the 49ers did about Mitch Trubisky. They made it seem like they wanted Trubisky.
Right.
Tricked the Bears into trading up. And then
Big time.
Yep. And then they.
Here we are with you guys sitting at 87 overall.
Hey,
I'm okay with it.
Worth it. You guys made the.
I don't think the Bengals can make a bad pick here. I mean,
Oh, they'll find a way.
A kicker.
They are the Bengals.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not quite the Browns, but the Browns are doing pretty good.
No, we can't even talk shit about the Browns anymore. I'm a little upset about that.
They're not going to be kicked around anymore. But I got a feeling that if you're the Bengals, you have to go quarterback.
I do. I agree.
I don't think so. I don't think you have to go quarterback.
Andy Dalton's had his time, dude.
Hey, you're right. You're right. But let me ask you this. Let me pose this question to you about the Andy Dalton thing. Is it if you think they're like just you're 2 or 3 years away from competing? Let's put it that way, right? Probably if you're the Bengals because you really have nothing going, right?
And
so if you're in that position with a new head coach. Do you just stick it out with Dalton if you don't love any of these quarterbacks? So you're down to 2 left. You're down to Locke or Haskins. If you don't love either of them, do you just get a piece to help your team get better over time?
Yes.
No, I think you grab a guy now like one of these quarterbacks, Locke or Haskins, whatever the one they like better, and you build your team around that guy.
Why, to appease the fans?
No, you build
if you
your
know he's not going to fit with your organization, get the best available player, not
who's
a guy
fitting around their organization right now? Nobody fits around their organization.
It's all fucking garbage.
Right? You still got Green
build.
there. You still got AJ Green there. So like, get somebody there that can
AJ Green's contract's up next year, though.
The pick is it?
But so you get him somebody that's want to stay put.
I think this is D line or O line.
I'm
I think
hoping.
that's
All right, we'll go.
I hope they take Drew Lock.
AJ Green's the next.
I'm waiting for you, John. You got to hold it.
AJ Green's the next Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, like not saying that's a bad thing.
Underutilized because he's on a shit team. Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. With shit quarterbacks. So the pick is. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't like these delays.
Wow.
Jonah Williams.
Offensive line.
What?
Offensive tackle. Alabama Crimson Tide.
Wow. Oh, okay, so that means.
Well, they got that running back.
Well, they got that.
All right. What's going on?
I don't think they valued these quarterbacks as we think they might have.
I just wait, did I miss something? Did Jawan Taylor get picked and I missed it?
No.
Did Josh Allen get picked?
Yeah,
Josh
yeah.
Allen's-
He went to Jacksonville.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm surprised that not even just on one board but multiple boards. Jawan Taylor was the highest rated offensive tackle, and he's gone by teams that fucking need O-line help.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be the second, or third. Who knows?
If you're Cincinnati and you're taking an offensive lineman from,
They obviously picked who they wanted.
if you're taking an offensive lineman from Alabama, who's the quarterback that's coming out next year? The quote unquote prize, the quarterback from Alabama.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Right. Okay.
Tua Tagovailoa, my volleyball.
All right. So they're planning.
Do you think that maybe this is a play?
This is a chess move. They're planning for next year.
Because you have to think about the niche of a left-handed quarterback in the NFL. It doesn't happen, and Tua would be the only left-handed quarterback in the NFL if he was drafted.
Everybody pick.
So is this maybe this guy knows how this what now turns from the weak side to the strong side is played with?
There's
Tua?
no left-handed quarterbacks on the roster in the NFL right now.
Not that I know.
I do not believe.
I think the last one was like Steve Young or something, right?
No. The last left-handed quarterback would have been Tebow.
Oh, Tebow was left-handed?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they got Joe Mixon there. It kind of makes sense if you're going to really ground and pound this year, but like you said, they're probably just aligning for the upcoming season next year.
That's a
next
wild.
draft.
That's a wild pick.
It is. That's crazy. That's outside of the realm of
Johnny, is this your boy Drew Lock? Is this
No,
it?
Green Bay's going wide receiver.
You don't think so?
Green Bay's going to take Metcalf.
You think this
Yes.
is Metcalf?
Yeah, and I think Denver gets Lock without having to move.
I think Marquise Brown gets picked over Metcalf before Metcalf. I think they both get picked, obviously.
No, I think.
Okay, so you're saying Green Bay goes?
I think Marquise Brown. Yeah, he's faster, more agile. I mean, Metcalf, like I said, he needs work on his footwork and everything. So.
Metcalf looks like a guy out of a fucking superhero movie. The guy is yoked. He's unbelievable.
He put up freak numbers in the combine.
So you're thinking Green Bay's going?
He's got like
wide
apparently
receiver?
his body fat percentage is actually like unhealthy.
It is.
Well, what about running back?
He came in at like 1.5% body fat in the combine.
They got
You're supposed to have
Ty Montgomery, don't they?
3%.
He's gone
to live.
Gone?
Well, who do you guys? I mean,
who's the running back in Green Bay now?
Nobody really. That
by committee, they're going Jones. Jones.
Oh, Aaron Jones. Yeah,
but they need. I think
mediocre.
They could use a running back.
Josh Jacobs ain't bad.
I think they're going defense.
Yeah, I think they will too.
They've been trying to focus more on the defense. You got Clay Matthews is gone.
Could this be Sweat?
You know what kills me is no, they're not picking yet, are they? Okay, I was looking down. They picked two cornerbacks back to back last year. They really went young on defense last year. And they didn't really pan out. I don't know if they need help at wide receiver. They got to get. I just don't. Rodgers. I wouldn't put it past them to draft running back either. But
is this where Montez Sweat goes? Maybe, I don't know. At this point, I could say fucking anything and it might be right.
I know, right? Yeah, dude, I'm at a loss. I'm like, I don't want to look like any more of an asshole than I already do.
They could go O line. We could just go boring and go O line.
If someone If someone were to just make clips of all the things that we've gone back on our own statements, it'd be fucking the full circle.
Green Bay's pick is in.
God damn it.
Chicken, you know what you want to do? You want to bring up the it says baseline 1 on there.
Baseline 1.
Yeah, and then look down the thing. I got some Johnson stuff on there. You haven't heard yet.
Let's see here.
They're all labeled Johnson.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
That's good, right?
I love it. We've had Johnson on the D line, man.
That's what
we have.
Great story.
Do you want to know what's pretty funny? Is these were pulled from an episode of the D line.
Oh, were they?
They were. Yep.
It's great. Yeah,
it's good, right?
Yeah, he was telling us about how Jumbo Elliott went to his high school and shit. It was really cool.
You're doing fantasy football. That's the best one on there. But he says baseball.
That's great.
So where are we going Green Bay here? Let's come to a consensus here. So we've got DK. Let's.
I'm saying
put it on
Metcalf.
the- We got Metcalf.
Marquise Brown.
I think Sweater Brown. Sweater Brown.
You think Sweat or Marquise Brown?
He's a sweater.
I can see them definitely going. Yeah, thanks, Sil.
Sorry, they go right in your face. That would have been awesome.
I see them going for an edge rusher. They don't really have anybody like rushing the passer anymore, so I definitely could see them doing that, like for Green Bay.
Oh, it went back. I'm just seeing it now.
Sean Gary, we haven't even talked about him.
Yeah, he's a dude too.
Yeah,
Gary's a dude.
We haven't even brought him up, and
You're a dude.
He's totally feasibly up for pick.
Yeah, this is This is gonna be.
So
Williams Sweat.
I don't think they're going offense unless it's an O lineman.
Yeah, they love their O lineman, but there's
there's
no white O lineman left. So
what's his name?
What?
Aaron Rodgers is getting his ass kicked all
Get the
last
line
year
in
too.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got a pick here. Let's
Aaron
see what
Rodgers
it
is
is.
getting his ass kicked last year, so
Yes, he was.
Come on.
Sean Gary. We just
Sean-
mentioned him.
Yep, the
Right
end.
there he
That's
is.
a great pick.
Yeah,
That's a great pick. He's a
absolutely.
dude. So
Dude, I can't believe Haskins is going this late. Or
this
Locke.
could be it.
Or
I
Locke.
mean,
I don't
good for
think
Miami.
Haskins can believe he's going this.
Yeah.
like I said, it's the Aaron Rodgers effect. Like,
Man, that dude is sweaty and crying.
remember we watched Aaron Rodgers was supposed to go 1 or 2, and he slipped down to what, 16? Where are we at now?
Right, yeah.
Where are we at now? We're at
They're going on 13.
13. I'll tell you, Miami and Washington are probably licking their chops right now. They got a chance at 2 quality QBs. Mm-hmm. So and they are QB heavy, needy teams right there. I mean, Fitzpatrick and Case Keenum. I don't see Case Keenum doing much in Redskins.
Yeah, because he's shit.
You really hate Casey.
Yeah, why?
Did he like
You watched him play?
sleep with your girlfriend or something?
Twice?
Who hasn't?
It's like he hates him almost as bad as what's his name from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Wasn't Case Keenum on the Vikings at one point?
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he loves Kirk Cousins.
Was he a Hurricane at one point?
Who? No, the Vikings.
Oh.
Vikings.
Yes, Case Keenum was yes.
Yeah.
Then he got replaced
Where
by
did Case
Kirk
Keenum
Cousins.
go to school?
Houston.
Ooh, he's out here though. He's out here. I like it. I get so with a crazy like backup quarterback drop every week.
So
It drives me crazy.
Yeah, just to really get.
So Miami needs a QB bad, and an O line to help the QB.
Yeah,
What do you think is more pressing of an issue? I'd say probably quarterback.
Who's
right?
running the rock?
I think Drew Lock would be a good fit for them. Finally, you know.
Well, hang on. What's their second round pick look like? So they're going to be mid second round again.
Right out of my mouth,
45.
Yeah,
45 would.
I don't know. My tech guy didn't make me.
Shut the fuck off. My tech guy, suck a dick. I did not think we were going to make it through the first 46, but apparently we're looking like it.
Yeah, dude, we're going through it till Haskins gets picked.
Fucking we're in for the long haul, everybody.
Why do we all agree to this?
Oh my god!
Yeah. Somebody gets sober with a Red Bull. Christ.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
What was that?
Did you like that mislabel?
Yeah, why does it say touchdown? Touchdown.
That was a Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
What is he gay? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Why'd you put touchdown on
Because
that?
I wanted to suck you into it. I'm like, oh, it's going to be a positive thing, and then it's going to be. I totally mislabeled it on purpose.
That was good.
That was good, man.
So where do we all
Just
think
that one. The
Miami's
rest
going?
are kosher.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Where's Miami going?
Yeah, they're great.
All right, let's figure this out.
Miami. Fuck, man.
You're gonna find me dead! I'm gonna kill myself! I'm gonna be hanging from the bathroom! Don't ask me to do nothing! This is
Every Cincinnati Bengals fan right now. I'm gonna hang myself.
The dishes.
That was an angry Steelers fan.
Yeah.
I know.
Epic.
I remember that. Dude.
And he's looking, I ain't
that
doing
was
the
the best-
dishes. Nothing.
That was the best part of last season.
I mean, let's put it this way: left on Sill's board, the top three guys would be Taylor, Sweat, and Haskins. So they can't lose if they make any of three Sill's top.
No.
So John Silbreth, what do you think, buddy? Where are they going to go?
Dude, I have no fucking clue, man. Who did Juwan Taylor piss off?
I don't know.
I mean, granted, he went to Florida. You know.
That's
in and
the
of
only thing
itself
I
is a
don't know.
problem.
Right. I know. No, I know. And
Yeah, don't get JP going on
it's
that.
not Alabama. No, he's right. There's a reason why in Alabama fucking O-lineman went beforehand.
Yeah.
Because it's a fucking brutal
Breed that
fucking
culture.
football program.
Absolutely.
So
what do you think? What do you think? Miami's got to go quarterback.
Picks in.
Picks in. I'm saying they're all right. Just
They
for the
gotta
sake
go
of the
QB.
draft, they're going to take Brett Rypien. How do you say his name?
I think this is where we see
Rypien.
Haskins go.
Fuck it. I don't know.
I don't think it's Haskins.
I don't either for some reason.
If they don't
Everybody's
pick a
passing
QB,
on this kid for a reason. Just like last year, I couldn't believe everybody was passing on Lamar Jackson. He found his niche, though, so we'll see.
Before I go to the bet, it will be a D-line guy, I think.
Think so, really? I think their strongest needs at quarterback. Like I feel like that's why they didn't step up and get somebody in.
Who's
free agency.
Who's next? Christian Wilkins from Clemson?
Right.
I don't know. I'd be really.
I'm going QB. It's either
Clemson.
lock
Big-
Christian Wilkins.
Big dude.
It's going QB. It's going
They,
QB.
they almost have
6'4", 315. Monster.
You can't be happy with.
They're not a good enough team to pick the best available. They have to pick for need.
Yeah.
All right? It's got to be QB. It's got to be QB.
And Ryan Fitzpatrick's not your answer.
The pick is in.
Right.
They've been saying that for 20 minutes.
Right?
What's that?
You know what?
Pick is in.
We have to do this again. Next year, football, Sunday, sitting here, bullshitting, watching a game.
I agree.
You know?
Live action.
And a game none of us have vested interest in, so we could treat it like a Mystery Science Theater 3000
Yeah.
kind of
So
atmosphere.
basically, every Thursday night game.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the National Football League.
That was good.
Record that.
That was,
We already got it recorded.
Okay. I'm totally fucking clipping that.
All right.
That's at the 9:48 mark. Got it.
Johnny's saying Christian Wilkins.
I'm saying QB.
QB.
Johnny could be right.
I think Johnny is probably right then because he's been on the ball.
Is he on the phone? That's the thing. Was he on the fucking phone?
Who?
You.
He is
No,
right.
No,
He is
all
right,
right, all right.
by the way.
Okay,
He is
just
right.
checking.
Whoa.
From my phone.
Whoa.
Wow.
He's right.
Whoa.
Easy. Wow.
What?
There he is.
There's going to be mayhem in Miami right now.
Wow.
You got to go.
Anarchy.
Show the Miami fans. They probably look at most of the Jets fans on draft years.
Again,
Damn,
it's
dude.
a Clemson
the only
player. It's
Miami
a
that
great
matters
defensive
right here.
program.
Caleb, you taking up, buddy?
Yeah. I got to go, guys. I got to pick my
Yeah,
young,
it's almost 10
young
o'clock,
woman up
man.
here.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Not a bad idea to wrap.
I mean, let's put it this way with final. You want to just go to final thoughts here, quick?
Yeah,
And
let's get
and
final thoughts.
Well, then we'll head out. Does that sound good, to everybody?
Let's do that.
I think so. As we stand now, I'm blown away, obviously, by the Raiders' move. I'm excited to see what they do at 20 and 27. The fall of Haskins is pretty wild. I mean, when does it end? Does it end at the next pick? It could be. It could be Washington. So stay tuned and see. I mean, this is going to be a pretty wild rest of this draft, especially with Haskins going. No,
You see this
not
kid almost
going.
knock Roger Goodell clean on his ass.
so I mean, I'm happy with my Jets. So that's my team.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
Good
so.
pick.
Nice.
I'm extremely thrilled to see the Steelers made a ballsy move to trade up. It might have cost us something next year. We'll see. But a great pick overall. I probably wouldn't have pegged most of these picks in the order that they've gone. I The one thing I got to keep reiterating, I don't think DK Metcalf even goes this round. I think Marquise Brown's the top wide receiver to get. I think if anybody's going to get him, it'll be like probably the Carolina Panthers, who lost Devin Funchess, all their good players. Going to be an exciting rest of the draft, certainly. So pumped to see it.
Nice.
My final thought for this draft is just to probably tie it back to baseball and Kyler Murray, because it is significant that he's the number 1 overall pick. Is baseball's pressing need in the next collective bargaining agreement to make sure that they pay their younger stars earlier in their careers, because on equal footing at the moment of conception for his professional career, whether he chooses to take baseball or football, if they were on equal footing, under 6 foot, he's going to play baseball. Always, probably. Instead of going and taking a toil on your body at equal money, he's probably going to go play baseball. Baseball lost a star because of their inability to pay stars before their 28, 29, 30-year-old season. So, pressing need for baseball to get on equal footing with paying their young stars.
I agree.
I think endorsements play a part of that, too. We're not looking at it, too. When you talk to money.
No, he's got to go ride the buses in Major League Baseball right now. He's not going to be a face until he's 28, 27 years old.
It's instant satisfaction.
And that's
for sure.
That people
number 1 overall pick in the NFL. You are the man.
When we look at Patrick Mahomes last year, or 2 years ago, and like you look at his salary is great, but his endorsements and the endorsements he's going to be getting later on are going to be.
And Kyler Murray doesn't see that endorsement money for another decade maybe in Major League Baseball. So
exactly.
So it's important for Major League Baseball to get on equal footing.
I agree.
It's a good point, JP. Yeah. And thank you for stopping in, man.
Yeah, I mean, I had to try to tie it back to something that I can maybe wax poetic on a little bit more than, I like college football, but you guys are sitting here with needs analysis for teams and stuff like that. So, fish out of water in that respect, but glad to tie it back. That's my final thought for this draft is baseball needs to buck up in 2020.
That's an interesting take, too. Thanks.
Falcons pick is in. Anybody want to?
Wilkins, huh? D tackle?
Josh Jacobs.
Smart pick.
Johnny, what's your take?
Falcons?
No, your
whole draft.
Overall.
Very surprising. I'm not surprised. I knew early in the week Oakland was going to do something outlandish. They said it flat out. They were going to do something that was going to be shocking. I really expected the trade. I thought Denver was going to have the need for the quarterback. But the way things are going, even going back to 20, they may still get Drew Lock. I mean, they can still trade up again if they need to. I don't see...
They got room to work, yeah.
A whole lot of, big quarterback interest other than maybe Washington between now and then.
And they're up next.
So,
Washington's
as far as being a Bucs fan, I'm happy. You could have taken the best at any of those positions, any defensive or offensive position, and they took the best available at on the board, so I can't be disappointed with it.
So?
2 points. First, stop in at Nye Volkswagen of Rome into their showroom at 5865 Taberg Road in Rome and see why all their customers love their Nye VW. Mention Disruption Network and receive $250 off any purchase. Check out their inventory at NyeVWofRome.com. And then I have to congratulate the NFL misinformation machine has gotten me again. That mother fun time friggin' thing. I can't stand it. Adam Schefter, die.
Goodell at the podium.
Dude, hats off to all the NFL draft rooms and their ability to just keep everything a secret. You guys rule. Thanks, Dicks.
Nice.
Chris Lindstrom.
Guard.
What?
They took a guard.
I would not have,
again.
I wouldn't have predicted that at all.
It's from Boston.
Well, they've had
number 7. The offensive line chart.
That's the smart. So far, I'm okay with that because, dude, Matt Ryan was running for his goddamn life last
and
year.
He's not a running quarterback.
No,
he's
that's true.
Pretty much.
He needs that inside protection. That's perfect for him.
That's good because they got the Boston College connection there too.
Yeah,
I'm really
wicked
shocked.
smart.
I'm really shocked
wicked
that,
smart.
My takes on this draft was I'm surprised there wasn't more trades.
Yeah,
I thought there were going to be a lot more trades earlier on, being that certain teams needed quarterback help, and the teams that need quarterback help not going out and get a quarterback. That really shocked me to have these guys that Haskins believed to go within the first 5 to 10. The dude's still up there on the board, and if if Washington doesn't pick up a quarterback, I don't know, man.
No,
They're going to slip.
Saying a prayer.
Thought he was sleeping.
But
Yeah. Well, listen, I want to say real quick, thank you guys for having me on again. I look forward to
plug your podcast, by the way.
I was about to do that. Thank you.
Whether you were going to let me or not.
Authorized that or not, chicken. No, listen, seriously though. Since I met you guys last season and John introduced me, it's been nothing but great times with the Disruption Network. I know. How dare he bring this devilishly handsome correspondent onto your network?
Correspondent.
But what we really want to know is,
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Twice this morning. But listen, thank you guys. I look forward to the season. I wish you the best on your report of it.
Thank you.
I wish you the best with the baseline and everything.
Thank you.
And if you guys get the chance, check out my own podcast. These guys kind of inspired me, as well as Bowie here has been really helping you guys out. It's called the Lost Guidance Podcast. Just had a great opportunity the other day to go meet with Dan Williams and discuss the Barden Mudfest coming up, get some behind the scenes information and footage, and basically just been having local residents who have a really empowering and impressive story, something that has guided them through life, whether it be overcoming several accidents in motocross or bombing in the agricultural industry only to realize that you need to do the things you love. It's a great podcast.
so then why'd you interview Chris Silbert?
Man, his story of
It was
of enjoying football to playing semi-pro,
Overcoming
the D-line, overcoming obstacles
With limited brain skills?
Oh my God, I forgot so much.
No, but it's a great media platform, and I'm open to having any guests on. Anybody out there who's interested or knows somebody who has a great story of how it's inspired them or whatever, let me know. Lost Guidance Podcast, YouTube, Facebook, SoundCloud, Twitch, all that shit. So please give it a like, give it a follow, all that shit.
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
And you want to promo the baseline there, buddy?
You can check out the baseline if you're into baseball and not just football. There is a summer sport out there. You can check out the baseball podcast here on the D called The Baseline. Again, we got our cue from you. You guys started before us, and SPG and myself, my co-host with the Como.
Tennis?
He and I kind of got our cue from you and decided to do a baseball thing. So catch us Sunday nights right here on Disruption Network.
They're way smarter than us.
We have a goal.
Let's be better than them and know like something.
No. It's not in comparison to anyone.
Let's do everything they're doing, but do it right.
But yeah, if you want your baseball filled, check us out Sunday nights.
You guys do a great job, bro.
Thank you, appreciate it. Check it out.
You guys had a great interview too.
Yeah, we got to sit down with Major League Baseball legend, New York legend Doc Gooden. Earlier this season, actually at the beginning of the Major League Baseball season in March, beginning of spring training anyway. So you can check that out. You can find that on YouTube. Sat down with the doctor, Dr. K. Kind of fun.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great thing about your show.
Thank you.
Great thing. I know Bandage watches.
From all
I don't care what they
fan.
From all person.
But JP, are you going to be at the Veterans Outreach Center on Sunday?
I am going to try to make it to the Veterans Outreach Center, yes.
For First Source Federal Credit Union and Disruption Network presents Disrupting Hunger. This is Sunday, April 28th. It's at the Veterans Outreach Center, which is the old YMCA on Washington Street in Utica. They're going to have, you're going to walk up there and they're going to have these, the military vehicles from the Armory. So they're going to have them on display so people can check out the vehicles and kids could climb on them and check them out.
Now I'm going to bring my kids. Now.
Yeah, absolutely should bring your kids.
Yeah.
We're going to have face painting. We're going to have cotton candy.
Cool.
This is an all ages event. They got Audie from the Utica Comets, the mascot. They're going to come, and like I said, there's going to be raffles, food, music, Mutt Farm, Dark Matter. They're going to be playing. So we're going to have some really cool stuff. They're going to be giving tours of the Veterans Outreach Center, which we did today. And let me tell you, there's some really cool shit that they're going on right there, man. And the things that they're doing for people and providing with food and clothing and houseware stuff. And so anything you guys got, you got your taxes back, you got that new coat, you got that, all that new stuff. Donate your old stuff, guys.
Yeah.
When we went there, like I said earlier in the podcast, we went there in November after doing a fundraiser. And they had everything set up for Thanksgiving. They had all the food out there. They had tons of food. We went down there yesterday, and it was bare. You know what I mean? Like where we saw so much food stocked up, everything was gone. And, people are still hungry. People are still cold. Families still need help. So we're doing this to help them out. Like I said, First Source Federal Credit Union is there to help. We got all bins still there at each of their locations. We got one more day. We really want to pack it in. Your Entry into the event is a $5 donation.
And that's Sunday, right? Sunday noon to 4?
Noon to 4.
Yep.
And they bring non-perishable food items, clothing, toiletries, hygiene products, furniture, basically any type of home use product.
And actually, I think I saw that it was asking for perishable stuff as well, day of the event.
Yep.
So
that's what I'm doing.
Go out there, grab some turkeys, grab some hams.
Nice.
And I had
bring some stuff down.
I had some pit bulls out there getting some donations for basket raffles. So we got some really cool stuff to raffle off.
Live music.
Dude, she's right here.
She was one of them, man. Like I sick my
Ravenous.
I sick my mom on people.
Washington's pick is in.
So we got a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be picking up, and so that's this Sunday, April 28th, at the Veterans Outreach Center.
Help disrupt
And
hunger.
to end it, we have Dwayne Haskins going to the Redskins.
I'm sure he's
Finally,
thrilled.
as Caleb walks out, we get our Dwayne Haskins pick. That's what we wanted.
That's how we wanted to end
in
it.
the coffin.
Yep.
I just everybody, thank you for listening to another season of the D-Line. It was great.
Yes. Yeah,
I can't wait till September.
And in the meantime, get your fix with the Baseline. JP and the boys with the Baseline.
Check us out. Yeah, you can also follow us on Instagram. We're at the Baseline 315. You can check me on Twitter. I'm at Baseline JP. You can also find our Baseline Twitter at Baseline 315.
And if you're a Steelers fan and you want to like the Steelers podcast group, it's called Lost Guidance.
All right.
We never got to burn your jersey, by the way.
I know. Yeah, I know. What the fuck? Well, I have to double up on my bet this season. No, we actually got Z coming on in June, so it's something more cross collaboration happening between us.
Outstanding.
And that's what I'm for, man. More community outreach and local love. So I'm all for it.
Awesome. That's awesome, guys. We'll see you in the season.
Yes, we will.
Bye.
Later,
guys.
You're listening to the D-Line on Disruption Networks.
That was fun.
Disruption Network and First Source Federal Credit Union have teamed up to help support the Central New York Veterans Outreach Center Sunday, April 28th from noon till 4 p.m. Located at the Veterans Outreach Center, 726 Washington Street in Utica. There will be food, live entertainment, raffles, live podcasting from the D, and an appearance by Audie from the Utica Commons. We are looking for donations of clothes, non-perishable food items, furniture, toiletries, hygiene products, or a minimal cash donation of $5 at the door day of event. All ages are welcome. For more information on donation, drop-off locations, and entertainment lineup, please check out DisruptionNetwork.net. Disrupting Hunger, Sunday, April 28th, brought to you by First Source Federal Credit Union.
Tax season is here, and First Source wants to help you be prepared. Our friends at Furley, Moran, Freer, and ESA have given us some great tax tips to share. Read the blog at fsource.org for helpful answers to your tax questions and feel better prepared before you file. First Source members can also receive a discount on TurboTax software. Be ready for tax season with help from your friends. File smarter, live smarter with First Source. Membership requirements apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
The Baseline is back with all new episodes every Sunday night at 8 p.m. right here on Disruption Network. The complete rundown of news and notes around Major League Baseball. Get caught up with fantasy rankings, predictions, league leaders, standings, and more. Join JP and SPG as they bring you original segments like 3 Up, 3 Down, the Haps on the Haps, Tip of the Cap, and the Field Report.
Don't find yourself out of the Baseline.
Join the Baseline every Sunday night, all season long, only on the D.
Hey, it's Cassidy, and you're listening to Disruption Network.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
The Disruption Network is making moves. For upcoming events, news, interviews, and new daily programming, keep in the loop with us at DisruptionNetwork.net. Like, follow, and subscribe to all our social media. And check out all our podcasts on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Get up on the D, DisruptionNetwork.net.